You've spent hours researching peptides, reading, listening, scrolling, and you're probably still wondering, are peptides right for me? The internet can tell you a lot about peptides. It just can't tell you what's right for you. That's a whole different conversation. One we've been having since 2014. More than 10,000 patients. Mentality. The first of its kind is still the best of its kind. Right now, all new patients receive a free consultation plus 10% off treatment. Book your appointment at lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
As we celebrate Independence Day in 250 years of American freedom, there's never been a better time to invest in the place you call home. Maybe it's that roof you've been meaning to replace, those drafty windows you've learned to live with, or that bathroom you've wanted to update for years. Whatever project you've been putting off, Exterior Pros and Baths can help. This Independence Day, you can save up to $3,000 on your next project. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Our very first guest in the history of Wilde and Tausch, which will be, I'm sure, a long and distinguished history.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Aaron Rodgers, give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do together?
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at ESPN Milwaukee.
I'm going to say daily 52 weeks a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
And then what happens?
No, then Tausch kind of bows out.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It is the Friday edition. Did I miss the I got the open stories that Tausch had to save because other things were going on twice earlier week? Did he use them both while I was gone yesterday edition? Did I talk to Matt LaFleur yesterday? Yes. Have I actually done the interview for our Madison Magazine story? No. Hoping to do that right after today's program edition. And I had a Jesse Nelson moment yesterday, and Sydney is hoping that we can secure the CCTV security footage edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the ESPN Wisconsin app, which is available in both the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And from what is truly an undisclosed location, because I'm not sure where he is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, Jason. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Although I had a bit of an incident yesterday at the volleyball summer league that was embarrassing and a little bit painful.
You fill your britches, or what happened?
So I was on the show yesterday, as
Jesse,
some of you may have
before Jason
noticed.
gets into it, so he's obviously a great tease in the open.
Mm-hmm.
Embarrassing, he said. Fill in your britches would be tough. I don't think that's what he did.
I did not do that, no.
I'm guessing it's a stumble and a fall. That's typically, and he referenced you.
Yeah.
What do you think, old boy? What do you think happened?
Well, when he said Jesse Nelson-related incident, I thought that could go a number of different ways, and that says more about me than anything else, which I'm kind of not looking back. There's some reflection to do here, I think, for myself. I think he tripped and fell. Also, by the way, you said you were at her first varsity match, and I definitely thought that was golf when you said it, because you never said what sport. So I guessed, and I was wrong.
Well, and my question was,
bad.
when Jesse told me that, was there's varsity sports going on in the summer?
Yeah, it's the summer league, but again, she was a freshman last year. This was a big deal for her. She was really excited. She will tell you she's not available. She's at gymnastics camp with Paula and Maddie, but she did not play well in the first match, and I think the moment was really good for her for a growing experience, because then she was great the rest of the day, which was awesome. I was not so great, and you guys see, this is why this show has survived and thrived for 10 years. So in between her matches, one Wisconsin, which has a beautiful facility, I believe it's affiliated with the Love Madison professional team.
You were down here?
No, it's here in Green Bay.
Oh.
One Wisconsin. No, Jesse, come on. I would have swung by the studio during my time off at least.
New coach for Love Madison. Saw that announced this week.
Yeah, I saw that too. What happened to Charlie Furbringer's dad? Where'd he go?
He's coaching some U.S. national team now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep.
Well, he was not there. No one was there scouting. It was an important day for Sid, and I wanted to be there. So what I did not want to do was embarrass her, which this is why she would like to see the CCTV security footage, because you guys are right. I had a Jesse Nelson style stumble into a snowbank. My Spider-Man lunchbox goes flying. It was, and I don't know, among my injuries, I may have broken my right pointer finger. It is very swollen today. I'm going to go get some more ice after icing it a lot yesterday. And I think I may have banged up my knee. I might need Tausch to give me some pointers on how to overcome knee problems. It was pathetic. They have a lovely facility, and they have like a terrace level where you can watch from upstairs and look down on the courts, and you can see all the courts. It's great. It's really a smart design. But you got to take some, metal stairs up and down. And I was going down the stairs, and I don't know if I was watching volleyball that was occurring on one of the courts, and I missed the last step. And I went full, Superman, flying straight forward, airborne, parallel with the ground, and flew far enough that I almost hit a post that was probably 8 or 9 feet away from the end of the steps. One nice teenager came to my aid and said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yes, I think the only thing I hurt was my pride."
Pride.
Thank you. It was a good line, I thought. She just rolled her eyes because that's what teenagers do. But I appreciate her checking on me. But, yeah, it was really bad. And Sydney, I came back upstairs because it was in between matches, and I told Sydney what happened, and her first question was, "Do you think we can get the security footage?" Which I will reach out to One Wisconsin today, because I think it would be really good digi-only video fodder if I can acquire that. But
will they give that to you?
I don't know if they would. I know Jesse was not able to secure for public consumption the video of him falling on his way between the parking garage and the ESPN Madison Everlight Solar Studios.
That whole scenario is still goofy. The fact that he would show everybody what was going on, but we couldn't release it is still that's a conversation. None of that makes it
hard no from it's a very secure building here, and
I still haven't gotten to see it.
Well,
very secure unless you ask to see it, and it's like broadcast off the back wall. But yeah, very secure.
So I hope that they have a looser policy, because it was painful, but I think probably funny. And then the capper was obviously Sid's coaches, because they weren't playing at the time, were sitting nearby, and I came up when I had stopped at the bathroom, and I walked back, and I said, hey, did everybody see me falling just now? And they both said, you fell? So they didn't see it. So I'm hopeful that there are fewer people that actually saw it than it felt like there were. Jesse, when you went Crash Bandicoot crossing the street, were there other people around, or were you able to get up and dust yourself off and remove the snow and know that not many people had seen it, and then found that the security video would not be released publicly?
To my knowledge, no one else was around when I did this a couple of years ago. For those who may not recall, it was a very snowy morning. The snow had come pretty early, and so I thought the roads were going to be, relatively clear by the time I was driving in, and that was not the case. So even though I left early, it took me more than an hour to get in for my usual 20-minute drive, and I ended up being I parked at like 8:57, and I was trying to book it up here to try and get in here to start the show, and trying to take the shortcut through, there's a, where the sidewalk is, and then there's the little grass that goes to the street that's like 3 feet wide. And I was like, well, I can cut right through this little snowbank. And I stepped in it. It was a thick snow. And as I went to move forward, my leg just stuck in like the ice compacted snow, and I went straight head first down. I was carrying my red lunchbox. It went flying up into this tree right next to us. I got and I'm already frazzled from how long it took, knowing I'm gonna be late to start the show. That was bad. So it was a bit of a tunnel vision. I don't think anybody else was around. And from reviewing the footage, I don't think anybody else was visible, so that's probably a good thing. And we'll never be
Jason,
able
I
to release
think we've all had moments like that. That's part of life, right? That's you're just fortunate. What, did you just snap a finger? That's kind of what you're thinking.
I think so, and I definitely banged my knee, and I know you've been battling through and getting some treatment, so I'm hobbled a little bit, but I'm not as.
It's a shame it's not middle of training camp and Doc McKenzie can't go take a look at you.
Well, he's retired now, so he has all kinds of time on his hands. True. I might have him check out my very swollen finger. And again, my family, I love my family. But I'm the butt of a few jokes around here, as many dads frequently are. And when I showed them my two index fingers to compare, someone who will remain nameless, but her name rhymes with Maddie, said, I don't know, Dad, all your fingers are kind of fat.
Oh, sausage
which I thought
fingers.
I didn't think that was
fingers
necessary either.
Snap.
But anyway, I am happy to be back. What did I miss yesterday? Did you tell both of the stories that you had said I got the open for? Did I miss them?
Oh, yeah, you did.
I told one. Yeah, I don't know how that was all received. I thought it was a fun story. We got a lot of good interaction after. In essence, I'll give you a quick summary because I know not everybody listens every day, but also there are a lot of people that do listen every day. So I don't want to bore them back with it. But basically, my buddy Stud Rocker turned 50. He had a surprise party planned. His mom planned a surprise party for him, sent out I don't know if it was Facebook. Sarah ended up having it. It was on Monday or Tuesday of this week, and he had buddies that he played with that came back, and Stud Rocker got wind of it in the middle of the afternoon. It was a 5 o'clock surprise party at a local brewery, and Stud Rocker said, I'm going to surprise y'all, and I'm not going to show up, which I thought was genius. So that was, I guess, the gist of the story from yesterday.
He no-showed?
Yeah, he no-showed his own surprise party.
His own surprise party. Yeah.
Wow. I don't. So why? That's the surprise. Why would he surprise people who were gathered to celebrate him turning 50 by not showing up?
He didn't want a surprise party. It was. I don't think he ever wanted it. Once he got wind of it, he said, "I'll surprise y'all. I'm just going to shut my phone off, and I'm not going to talk to anybody. I'm out."
Wow.
It did lead. A lot of people were asking yesterday, Jason, would you appreciate a surprise party thrown for you? And we all thought, no, you would not.
No, I would. I don't want. I like to throw parties. I don't like to.
When's the last party you threw?
You don't throw parties.
You love Jason Wilde, Mr. Party Thrower. I'm surprised we've been able to do this show 10 years, as many parties as
throw
you've
that
thrown
many
over this decade.
Just call him Gatsby having people over for shindigs every weekend.
Come on.
All right, so Paula is younger than me. I will.
That might have been the most outlandish statement we've heard in 10 years of this show.
It is definitely not. No, it's not. It's not.
All right, let me hear all these rabble.
I'm a complicated fella. I have thrown a 30th birthday surprise party for Paula and a 40th. She has got a little ways to go before she gets to the big 5-0, so I've got 50? Some.
How long till she turns 50?
She will be turning 47 in August, so we've got a little bit of time there.
Jeez.
So, yes, she's.
You went young, huh, big fella? Holy cats!
Whoa,
Nelly!
She's 7 years. She's 7 years younger than me. Yes.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, well, there was a time. There was a time where I had some measure of appeal.
That is so weird to think about because
I know exactly what you're gonna do.
What am I gonna do?
Ahead.
No, you tell me what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna compare different age points of that age differential to when you were younger.
I mean, you'd be in prison at certain points in life.
Was I right about what you were gonna do?
No, you're 100%. Yeah, of course you're 100% right.
You were celebrating your 21st birthday when she was a freshman in high school.
No, she wasn't even a freshman. 13? She'd be sixth grade. Wow, good on you, Wilde. Now, glad you waited and didn't do it as
Whoa, Nelly!
Yeah, I didn't bring it up.
You actually did.
No, I didn't. The old party thrower here, the old Party City, USA, Miley Cyrus, Jason Wilde is the one who did this.
Yeah. We obviously, when the girls were younger, we threw a lot of parties there. I was more of the invite guy, and Paula would do kind of the details. But yes, 30th, 40th, and since I am very confident in the fact that she doesn't listen to the program, 50th, we'll have a surprise. You'll be invited.
Sure you will. Yeah.
Jesse will be too, but I assume Jesse won't show up just to get back at me for not coming to his wedding.
Oh, my Lord.
All right, so
I've heard it all.
I have heard it all. I'm gonna go get the poster during the commercial break. I'll hold it up that I made for people entering. Yeah, it happened.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So you throw one party every decade, and that makes you a big party guy.
My point before I was so rudely interrupted and doubted was that I would prefer to throw the party than to be the guest of honor for it. So I am with what is his name? Rockstar Johnny? What was it again?
Stud Rocker.
Rockstar Johnny?
Well, I knew it had I knew it had
I knew it had a Johnny in it. Actually, no, it didn't. But that's a Rockstar.
All right, we will plan more parties, including our 10th anniversary party coming up a little bit later this year. But one of the great partners that are supporting it, of course, is Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Yeah, and when you're throwing a party, you don't want to be hanging over all the balloons are this, the cake is this. Wilde knows all about that. He also knows about great windows. And shopping for new windows and doors should never include haggling. Pella sticks to straightforward pricing, honest conversations, helping homeowners find the right fit for their home, and they never use high-pressure sales tactics. When you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the same team manufactures your windows, sells, installs, and services them. Real pricing, premium quality, no game. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
We will discuss the great conversation I had with Matt LaFleur yesterday, which was not the conversation that I need to have with him, which is scheduled for today, so I can write my Madison Magazine piece.
So
next.
You've basically spent a week talking to your good friend Matt LaFleur. Now that I think about it, because you had the right. It's been a week. 3 straight days.
Elongating time.
I will explain.
Tier 1.
Old Wilde smartly says, "You know what? I have something scheduled for Tuesday. but I can drag this and get 3 days of it, which is, that's playing chess.
LaFleur's coming to his party for sure.
Oh, you know that's right.
I'm planning his 50th birthday party as well. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
That's why I said the toughest part to me for the Packers is that the division is, I think, better than it's been.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
So the issue is, and I'm working on the T-shirt right now, this season is very simple.
This guy.
Got to win the damn division.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Brewers-Cubs action on a weekend? Yeah, you're going to want to see this. Be here Friday, June 26th through Sunday, June 28th for the first matchup between the Brewers and Cubs at American Family Field of 2026. You know what happened last time, and it's time to defend home field once again. One thing's for sure, big moments are bound to happen. Score your seat for another chapter in the Brewers-Cubs rivalry now at Brewers.com.
Stop buying barbecue rubs that all taste the same.
Most are loaded with sugar, fillers, and shortcuts.
Burn Pit BBQ is not.
We're a veteran-owned company right here in Wisconsin, built on doing things the right way, no shortcuts, no nonsense.
Just premium seasonings that deliver real flavor every time you fire up the grill.
Whether it's a quick dinner or feeding the whole crew, Burn Pit BBQ gives you confidence to get it right.
Burn Pit BBQ, grill with confidence.
Find us at burnpitbbq.com and now at select Walmart locations.
That's burnpitbbq.com.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. And while buying a home is a big deal, it certainly doesn't have to be and shouldn't be a stressful experience. At Great Midwest Bank, we combine competitive rates, fast pre-approvals, and honest advice from knowledgeable loan officers to help you every step of the way through your home buying or building journey. For 90 years, our customers have been part of the GMB family. Experience a state of tranquility at GreatMidwestBank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Wisconsin, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Beer. Specifically, great beer. And if you haven't met Yuengling yet, allow me to introduce you. Yuengling is the oldest brewery in America, founded in Pottsville, PA in 1829. 197 years, 6 generations of family-owned brewing. Do you know how they became America's oldest brewery? By making great beer. This is a real American beer. Smooth, rich, and finally here in Wisconsin. So grab a Yuengling, raise a glass, and celebrate history the way it was meant to be celebrated, by drinking it. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Your premier Michigan golf getaway includes rounds at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Book Monday through Wednesday for best availability. Savor elevated dining and unwind at the full-service Drift Spa between rounds. Grab quick bites in the expanded Sage Run Clubhouse or refresh overlooking the 9th and 18th at Sweetgrass. It's all part of an unforgettable golf experience at Island Resort and Casino. Plan your getaway at islandresortgolf.com.
Milwaukee Weight Loss knows the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day with no drugs or surgery, and they will show you how to keep it off for good. Get your confidence and your health back. Right now, $200 off summer special for limited time only. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com now to book your free consultation. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 855 Pella WI, or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
explain my scenario with the head coach of the Green Bay Packers. We played a little phone tag the last 2 days, and we had our lines crossed, even though I was right and he was the one who got it wrong, earlier in the week, which is why I haven't talked to him. But we are scheduled to chat after our program is over, and I will explain that coming up. Jesse, I looked at the show sheet, which I know not everyone on this program does, and it appears that you are doing your part to promote the State of the Packers, because we're going to do kind of a State of the Packers Eve show here today to kind of get people ready. That's really nice of you to decide to do that. Why?
I've never been part of the State of the Packers show, but it is one of my favorite shows every year on ESPN Wisconsin, when you and Alex Strofe and Gabe Neitzel get together at Summerfest, and for 3 hours, it's talking ball, and it's diving into position by position, what's at stake this year, a preview of what's to come. And so I wanted to help garner awareness that that's taking place tomorrow from noon to 3 on ESPN Wisconsin and on YouTube. And it's also, because it's on a Saturday from noon to 3, a lot of times people are out and about, available in podcast form, and you can watch it Sunday night on YouTube if that's your preference. Like, it's available all weekend long, really all summer long as we get into the 4th of July week. But it's great for if you're up north over 4th of July week and you get a chance to just sit out on the pier and listen to the show, or have a cocktail in hand sitting on the deck, whatever it may be. It's a great show to catch up on and just provide in-depth 3 hours of analysis on the State of the Packers. And I thought it would be nice to dive into it a little bit with Tausch when we have a chance here coming up.
So it's a show that is near and dear to my heart, and I don't brag about much other than the fact that I handpicked Tausch to be the co-host of this show, and I chose very wisely. But the other thing I would say is the origin story of State of the Packers is basically the origin story of this show if you go back far enough on the radio family tree. So for several years,
that's like saying Adam and Eve are,
no,
if you
I don't
go
think
back
it's that
far
I
enough.
don't know if it's that far back. I think it's more like the old Law and Order episodes that they had led to shows like FBI and CIA, because they're all in the Dick Wolf verse, kind of like NCS has a bunch of different versions of their show, right? So in the early 2000s, I was a daily guest on Homer's show. Then I became a daily guest on what was called the D-List in Milwaukee. And then we decided to do a Packers-centric show from Summerfest. We were looking for Summerfest programming, and we called it State of the Packers. It was with the legendary Bill Johnson, who I know sometimes listens to the program. I know he's embarked on a different career now, so sometimes work interferes, but I know he remains supportive of the show that he helped set on its path. But we did the show from Summerfest. It was 3 hours. We called it the State of the Packers, like the State of the Union. And it ended up becoming Green and Gold Today, which we did before Tausch jumped on board for Wilde and Tausch. So it really is it has a long history. I believe the first year we did it was 2004 or 5, and then it went on hiatus for a little while. And I think this is the 5th or 6th year since we brought it back. So it is Alex Strofe. It is Gabe Neitzel. I joined them for those 3 hours at Summerfest. So if you're already going to Summerfest, I don't know who's playing there. I think, did Ed Sheeran play there last night?
I don't know.
Okay, somebody big played there last night. And I don't know who's playing tomorrow night. But we will be there from noon until 3. We've got we used to do it in like a tent. And Ecuador Manta, if you're familiar with their music, they'd be playing on a sidewalk nearby, and it would sometimes drown out the show. So we've now got the very nice ESPN Milwaukee, what is that, a mobile studio? Is that what we call it? It's really a trailer, but it's really nice. So we'll be there tomorrow from 12 until 3. Stop on by. We've got the prize wheel. We've got all kinds of fun stuff going on around that area. And we look forward to that. But we will get into kind of giving you a taste of what we'll be doing tomorrow, coming up next, after I tell you about Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Now, we're not staying overnight in Milwaukee. We're heading down in the morning. We're heading back. We're going to go see Oma before we head back to Green Bay. But if we were staying in Milwaukee, you know that's where we'd stay. They've got the most beautifully designed rooms, nearly 500 beautifully designed rooms that are the biggest hotel rooms in Milwaukee that are perfect for a weekend reset, a date night, celebrating something big, or having a place to stay when you're doing State of the Packers. And you're steps away from all the fun stuff happening inside. And I know that my favorite part is eating. Whether it's the Dream Dance Steakhouse, the Marketplace, Rockin' Brews, Canal Street Cafe, Ruyi Asian Kitchen, or Cream City Coffee Company, there are food and drink specials happening all the time. And if you're planning a wedding, a birthday, or an anniversary, or perhaps a 50th birthday surprise party, their event spaces are built to make it unforgettable. Sophisticated relaxation, incredible flavor, and a full night out all in one place at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. We'll get to more Wilde and Tausch with, I believe, Tausch, since we didn't really give him a chance to talk there, next. So stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
What life events have you experienced over the past couple of years? Well, maybe one is coming up. The sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, or helping to pay for college or a wedding. Well, Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with life events, but planning for them can make all the difference. Knowing what you own, why you own it, and how much you're paying for it is a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when life events come up. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Feels like the world is a little broken lately. Maybe all we need is a fix. Most spirits are acidic. Fix Vodka is different. Fix Vodka is the world's first high-alkaline, acid-free vodka. Handcrafted with natural spring water and select grain. Clean, smooth, done right. Better water, better vodka. Get your local Fix.
Fix Vodka.
Enjoy responsibly.
Hey, better. Swing into Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee for the $300,000 Big League Series. Just play with your rewards card over 3 months to earn entries. Here's the lineup. Leading off April, on deck May, in the hole June. All monthly entries you earn will roll into drawings on Friday, June 26th, where you could win cash, free play, or one of 3 new Toyota vehicles. It's the $300,000 Big League Series, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family.
They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
When you're getting married, the rings matter. There's something you wear for a lifetime. That's why my fiance and I went to Paul's Jewelers. Paul's Jewelers specializes in custom jewelry for life's biggest moments. Lab-grown or natural diamonds, great pricing, and a lifetime warranty, so your jewelry can be refurbished, repaired, or refitted anytime down the road. Their team made the entire process easy and stress-free. I can't wait to show off my wedding band after our big day. Create your masterpiece today by visiting Paul's Jewelers in West Allis.
Beautiful day for Brewers baseball. Brats in one hand, your Brewers checking card from Associated Bank is in the other. And with a tap, it's 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. An express entry so you can tailgate longer. And up to 50% off home game tickets. All that power, all for the crew. Only with Brewers checking from Associated Bank. Join the crew at associatedbank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Wilde Tausch rolls on. Here's my poster that I made for the 30th birthday. That was hard to do, by the way. That was before we had AI.
Yeah, you can do that in 5 seconds now.
All that fun stuff. That took a lot on MS Paint. Took me a while. So I have not, Tausch, had my conversation with the ball coach yet. We had traded text messages. He had suggested Wednesday. I said, sure. Wednesday sounds great. He said about, going golfing. He's a big golfer with my buddy Sean Rozacek. And he said, all right, so maybe, 1:30. I said, okay, sounds good. Turned out he thought it was Tuesday, so he waited on Tuesday for me to call him, and I never did because we had agreed on Wednesday. So we were on the wrong page. So then Wednesday it didn't work. Yesterday, he was golfing again, and his brother's in town. They're having a great time with the head coach of the Cardinals. So some well-deserved time off before you get into the grind of training camp. And as you have taught us, you hit the 4th of July weekend, and you start smelling the grass and thinking about camp. They kick off camp on July 29th. So I'm hoping to talk to him today. But I did talk to him briefly from volleyball, and he's not super excited about this conversation, but I think it'll turn out well. So I'm looking forward to that.
Why is he not super excited?
Because it's about him, and I know that there's a lot of folks that, not a lot, but at least some folks that are not huge fans of him, and I disagree with him. I know the word soft was bandied about the other day when we talked about him. I think smart is good. But I do think that he's not perfect by any means, and there's pressure on him. But I will say this. He got that question last year about, do you feel like you're coaching for your job? And I thought his answer to that was one of his best moments when he said, I feel like you're always coaching for your job in this league. And I just thought he handled what could have been a very awkward question in a press conference with a guy who is not always fully engaged or doesn't really enjoy press conferences. I thought he nailed that answer. And, again, nobody cares about how he answers questions. They care about whether he wins. And once
you care.
I do, but nobody in the fan base cares. What they care about is winning, and that's obviously something that they need to do this season. All right, so Jesse, as we were discussing, we do have the State of the Packers show coming up tomorrow from noon until 3 at Summerfest. And we thought maybe it would be a good idea, or at least Jesse did, to go through kind of where the Packers stand as kind of an appetizer. Like when you walk around Summerfest, you get different snacks. You get a little fried eggplant. You maybe get some cheese sticks from various places. So this is kind of the appetizer leading in to tomorrow's show from Summerfest. Although I'm a little concerned, Jesse, it appears that you have you've decided that this one-word thing is a way to go. We did that a little bit with LaFleur on Wednesday. Did you guys do a one-word thing again yesterday?
No, but
it does seem like you're kind of smitten with this concept.
You can frame these questions however you'd like, Jason. I just don't want to ask the exact same question that you're going to be answering tomorrow and spoil any of the fun of the State of the Packers show. So I just want to have the conversations in a different way than you're going to tomorrow. However you'd like to do that is up to you.
No, I defer to you. So tell me what you have planned here.
Let's start, since you're talking Matt LaFleur, let's talk about Matt LaFleur.
Soft, I believe you said on Wednesday.
I don't know if we did the one word for Matt LaFleur the other day, and I think that was an interesting exercise. What's at stake for him this year, and what would the results have to be to either change Packers fans' minds who are out on him heading into this season, or what would change the minds of those who are supporting him negatively this season?
I'll take your first question first. I'd be curious to know, Tausch, because again, as we establish on this program fairly regularly, I'm not a fan. If the Packers win the NFC North and they win a playoff game at home and then lose a divisional round game on the road, will Packers fans feel better about will Packers fans who don't particularly like Matt LaFleur, will they feel better about him if that is their trajectory for this season?
Yes. I think winning the division needs to be at the top of the list. I've said that all offseason.
You have.
Matt LaFleur has not won the division since Aaron Rodgers has left Green Bay. The first year of Jordan Love, we all were very pleased with the development and where he was at and winning a playoff game. And since then, we've kind of been stuck in neutral. And it's not as if Gutey has not made some moves. Obviously, the Micah Parsons is at the top of that list. But we shouldn't be in neutral 3 years into this new era. Because to me, Matt LaFleur should be judged on his Aaron Rodgers era. And now all of those things are gone, in my opinion. That era is
all
dead.
The players.
The new era of Jordan Love and his development, I am very pleased with Jordan Love's development through Matt LaFleur through his first 3 seasons. Very pleased. I'm not as pleased about the rest of the team and kind of that resiliency factor that I think, fair or unfair, that does come down to coaching. Coaches, that's where you kind of get, how do you battle back when bad stuff happens? How do you fight through adversity? At this point, I'm not sure where you would give Matt LaFleur. Like, how do you feel Matt LaFleur has helped his teams handle adversity, Jason?
So I look back on the 2023 season, which is AR after Rodgers, right?
Okay.
Because 2022,
his best coaching job that season, I believe.
Yeah, well said. Because look, 2022, yes, Rodgers broke his thumb. Yes, they still made a mistake in moving on from Devontae Adams, and no one will convince me otherwise. But they had a lot of adversity that year, but they still had a win and they're in scenario at home against a Lions team that had nothing to play for. Do I think that team would have gone far in the playoffs? I do not. No. But they still had a chance to make the playoffs after all that, and they didn't deliver. And they really delivered a clunker of a performance with a lot to play for in what turned out to be Aaron Rodgers' last game. So that also counts on his ledger, obviously, along with the 2 NFC Championship game appearances and the best record in the NFC, and then losing at home to the 49ers in a debacle of a performance in that playoff game. Look, 2023, you and I are in alignment. Best season of him coaching. And they overcame a ton of adversity. 2024, they lost every game they played against really, really good teams, right? Mm-hmm. As it turned out. The Lions twice, the Vikings twice, and the Philadelphia Eagles twice. So I don't know if you can look at him and go, oh, boy, he really overcame adversity, and the team did that year. No. They won the games they were supposed to win. They maybe had 1 or 2 good wins where you're like, okay, that's a good team that they beat. And then last year, I mean, look, I think we did this exercise earlier in the week where if you look at the 4 straight losses to end the season, again, the legitimacy of those losses, the first one is Denver, where they're inches away from being up by 2 touchdowns on the road on that throw that Watson gets hurt on. But then they lose their stud defensive player. They go in the tank in that game. And Tausch, you've been in those types of games, right, where you're losing important pieces. You lost Zach Tom earlier in that game. From a mental perspective, that is hard to overcome as a player. Fair?
Sure.
So you'd still like to win that game, but you didn't.
But that's where championship teams show up. That obviously last year wasn't a championship team. And I just keep looking at, if I'm looking, the positives of Matt LaFleur, there are many. I think he's creative. I think he's smart. I think he runs a really good offense. There's a lot of things that you have to like. But I do think it's fair to ask how much this team, how much have they been able to handle adversity? Because that's all people will talk about when they're evaluating players. When you lose a defensive player like Micah, it is really hard to overcome it. When you lose Jordan Love for a few games, they've actually handled that better.
Right.
You know, with Malik Willis and how that, I think that, to me, my favorite moment of Matt LaFleur's from a positive standpoint is how he brought Malik Willis in on 19 days in his offense and executed a game plan to perfection. I think it was against Tennessee or Indianapolis.
It was Indianapolis first, then Tennessee. Yep.
Down in Tennessee. There is just a lot to really like, but that's where I think Packer fans get super frustrated. Because coaching, it is real easy when you have all your guys and everything is humming. A lot of people can coach when that happens. It is when you have to make adjustments and when things aren't going right. And, they're blitzing us and we can't get a first down in the second half in a game. That's where you have to unify your troops and say, you can't just keep going 3 and out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I think Packer fans get super frustrated with Matt LaFleur, and I think it's fair. I think that criticism of Matt LaFleur is incredibly fair, and how you change that, well, you got to finish better. Well, how do you go about doing that? By doing it. There's no other way of getting through is by doing it, and that's where I think Matt LaFleur's focus this offseason has probably been.
Well, and let's be honest, not only have they had trouble handling adversity, they had trouble handling success, right? I mean, they had 2 games where they, against their biggest rivals, as they have now once again become, 16-6 lead at the 2-minute warning, 21-3 lead at halftime. And they blew both of those games. So not only did they, and then they didn't handle the adversity once it hit when those leads evaporated. The 2 games that, look, they were pitiful defensively against the Baltimore Ravens. That's inexcusable. That was a pathetic, awful performance. And Matt LaFleur deserved to be criticized, and so did everyone else involved with it, with the exception of Malik Willis, who, by the way, had 3 incompletions in that game. And we all forget how well he played that day, of course, because they had 307 rushing yards that they gave up. And then, as you love to point out, the most important Bishop's Charities game in Packers history that I covered so well in the Metrodome, or in U.S. Bank Stadium. I look at their 4 consecutive losses to end the regular season, and I look at their playoff loss where they blow that lead, and this is why those types of games are so bad for your legacy. How many times have we talked about the 2014 NFC title game and what it did for Rodgers?
It takes one game to flip. It takes one postseason to flip that narrative. And I think Rodgers was maybe a victim, and I don't like using that term, but he got success early.
Right.
And then that success built more and more, and when you fall short, the disappointment hits more and more. Now, the pressure isn't quite the same as a Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, because they don't have that pelt on the wall. You get a pelt on the wall, you kind of can always say, well, yeah, I understand this was disappointing, but I'm going to always have that pelt on the wall.
Right.
When you don't, the pressure continues to add. So, Jason, what is Matt LaFleur's biggest weakness to you as a coach? Not as a dude, as a coach.
I think the biggest, I don't want to say weakness. I want to say
You want to take a beat and tease this out? Because I'm open to letting you do that. I know you're a thoughtful guy.
I will take a beat. I will not have a meal. Lois is not home. But I will take a beat and allow you to tell us about American Family Insurance before I deliver my answer.
Well, American Family Insurance is always a great call. I've been around the game for a long time, and you know what? Having the right people in your corner, whether you're the coach at a G&G, a player, that makes all the difference. That's what you get with American Family Insurance. Local agents who understand what you've built and who help you protect it with the right home and auto coverage at the right price. So when life throws something your way and you have to have some resiliency, you'll be ready. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com. Insure carefully and dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance.
What is Matt LaFleur's biggest weakness, in my opinion? I'll tell you next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. All the antics.
We had the same situation when I played with Holmgren.
You okay?
I almost broke my chair.
Yeah, you almost fell out of your chair there.
All the action.
Micah Parsons is healthy, and if Tucker Kraft is healthy, the Packers are in that Super Bowl. I think that they would have run through the NFC. I think they beat Seattle. I think that they are the NFC representative in that game.
The best of both worlds lives right here. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss here for Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of the house this summer and enjoy a great weekend at Road America, located conveniently between Milwaukee and Green Bay in Elkhart Lake. This legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course has been hosting the world's best racers since 1955. Bring the whole family. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. Camp on site, explore the grounds, and take in racing your way. It's more than a race, it's a full-day experience. Trans Am is up next at Road America, coming June 26th through the 28th. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com.
Milwaukee Weight Loss knows the secret to losing up to a pound of fat every day with no drugs or surgery, and they'll show you how to keep it off for good. Get your confidence and your health back. Right now, $200 off the summer special for limited time only. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com now to book your free consultation. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
See 7 continents, no passport required. Explore the Milwaukee County Zoo, where some of the world's most extraordinary animals are already in your backyard. The zoo is a premier destination, offering ways to connect all year long. Visit amazing animals like the giant anaconda, hippo, and rhinos. Ride on the safari train featuring new locomotive Engine 2025. And mark your calendar for events like a la carte, where you'll groove alongside the animals. What or who will you discover first? Plan your visit at MilwaukeeZoo.org.
I can't raise my arms, I can't kneel down, which means I can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or get through a workday without exhausting pain. Hey, it's Ben Bruss, and I'm here to celebrate what you can do. And that's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing. Not bracing for the next jolt of pain, it's gone. They've moved on back to living their lives. You've heard me talk about Dr. Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative treatments done right in the office. No missing work, no surgery, no long recovery. The pain's back off. And we love hearing from you, how we here at ESPN Milwaukee helped you dig out from under that long list of can'ts and get back to living your best life. Go find out what you can do. It's a good life out there, folks. Go live it to the fullest. Get rid of that pain starting now. The consultation's totally free to see if you're a good candidate. Weekend appointments are available. Call 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
One of the most important concepts in sports is don't drop the ball. Are you dropping the ball with your estate plan? When was it last updated? Have you even done one at all? It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jason Wilde for Walney Legal Group. There's a lot at stake for you and your family when it comes to wills, trusts, probate, and elder planning. At Walney Legal, that's all they do. Tailored documents. No confusing legal jargon. Just thoughtful guidance. Do the blocking and tackling to protect your family. Start a conversation today at walneylegal.com.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 855 Pella WI, or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Schemer and game planner. You give him a week to put together his offensive game plan, and he's going to put together a good offensive game plan, a very good offensive game
I agree with that. Totally agree with that.
I would say his weakness is when that all goes to hell in a handbasket, and he's got to make adjustments on the fly. And while sometimes I think he probably does a better job than he gets credit for, there are also instances where you kind of feel like he's searching. And of course, the photo or the video clip or whatever it was that everyone thinks of was it during the Baltimore game?
No, it was the Eagles Monday night game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about when he has had the iPad up on the equipment room? You know?
When he's got his back to the field, and then all the memes of him ordering a pizza and looking up menu items and stuff like that. Like, I thought that you know, he was searching there. And look, that happens, right? I mean, all the great coaches, they've all had those moments. But it feels like, say, a guy like Holmgren, and I don't want to romanticize the parts of my early career covering him, but it felt like he always had a great feel for, okay, this isn't working, here's how we pivot. And I feel like that is what sets the best coaches apart, is that when their plan isn't working, how well do they adjust on the fly? And the mirage of halftime adjustments, I think you can speak to this better than I can, but I have heard coaches and players talk many times. In that 12-minute Pella window, there's not a lot of time to be making wholesale changes. Like you got to be adapting series to series on the sideline. Am I accurately depicting that?
Yes, you are.
So I just think adjusting on the fly is very difficult, and some coaches do it great, and some kind of do it okay, and then some struggle with it. I think that's an area where he has to be better, and I think he would argue that he has to be better. I don't think he would always say about players, I'm sure Tausch would say there's a couple plays he'd like back. I'm sure there are some instances that he would like to have back where he could have adjusted more agilely and really handled those types of scenarios better. So that's the first thought that comes to my mind. What comes to yours?
I just keep going back to what some of his best friends in the coaching business have said. whether it's Bob Sala, and I know Dan Campbell's probably not one of his best friends, but I think there's a certain definite respect.
No doubt.
And the image I keep having, and I know you guys give me grief about, the cold, windy, all this day, but the idea of Bob Sala, who was in his wedding or his best man, something of that nature, felt like he could say about Matt LaFleur's football team that if we drag them out to the ocean, we can get them to drown. I'm mincing words. I'm not quoting it exactly. But the vision I have is, hey, man, we just keep bringing these guys out further and further, make them uncomfortable, and we have them. Make them feel it, and we have them. That's what that told me, and that's not just some random. Those are people that know and understand Matt LaFleur. So that's where I always go to when I think of the weaknesses, and that goes into all of the stereotypes that I think people have on Matt that aren't positive. I agree with you on there's a lot of things to really like, but in football, I don't know if there's a ton of things that you could kind of say. Like for me as a player, if somebody said he's not physical or soft, there's nothing worse.
Right.
I mean, you could say he's slow, he has a hard time getting his inside arm. Like there's all kinds of technical things that you can say about people. But if somebody's just like he's not tough, you know what? You can wear him out. He's not in shape. He can't handle that. There ain't nothing worse. And when that was said, the reason I latched onto it is because, ouch, babe. That's an ouch, babe deal.
That was never said about you, though. That was, there were.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you what everybody said about me. All I know is
you wouldn't recognize him as an NFL player in a grocery store.
When that came out about when that quote was said about Matt LaFleur's football team, that rang a lot of bells in my head.
We will do a little bit of our preview of tomorrow's State of the Packers show at Summerfest coming up during the 10 o'clock hour. After I tell you that Steinhoffel.
You think Matt LaFleur feels like he has a tough football team? You think he, with the way he does training camp and mini camps, and you think he cares about that?
I think he does. I think we've heard him talk a lot this offseason, more so than ever before, about play style. And I think that is a euphemism for toughness and punching people in the face. And I think that is an emphasis for him. I mean, again, and look, I don't want to go too far down this path because I don't know who those players were. But there's also a version of toughness that is a mental toughness. And guys belly aching about their roles and being malcontents, that's also a component of toughness. Like, instead of saying, I'm going to blank and take this job, it's instead, oh, poor me, I'm not getting the opportunities I want. That's a toughness thing, too. It's a different type of toughness. But, like,
that is coaching, though. Like, coaching has to get people to embrace.
I agree.
And if you don't, you're out. Like
right.
You don't let that stuff fester.
I think that, him acknowledging that and bringing it up unprompted was pretty darn significant this offseason, and I'm eager to see how, if that is rectified. But, yeah, look, I think that they are, I don't want to call them a finesse team because I know that's not a word that people like to hear. Their offensive line has to set the tone on offense, first of all. They have to be better to set that tone.
If you had a pick, there's only two choices in a multiple-choice test, finesse or physical football team under Matt LaFleur. Which one are you going with?
Finesse.
There you go. And you don't even have to blink.
No. Like, Josh Jacobs is tough. He takes a lot of punishment and keeps running. There are guys that – but, like, who are there guys that you are like – even in this version of the NFL where it's not – I saw somebody posted, like, the opening credits of the NFL Today on CBS from, like, 1977, and it's all, like, headhunting plays, like guys getting clotheslined and stuff. Obviously, that's not in the game now, But, like, who do you look at on their defense and say, that dude hits? Javon Bullard and Cooper?
Coop.
Micah
Parsons.
right? Like, not even Evan Williams, who we really like. I think he's physical enough, but we don't think of physicality as his first trait.
Let me tell you something. You can't beat Chuck Cecil. Chuck Cecil,
right.
That ain't happening in today's NFL. Micah Parsons, Cooper, those would be the first two guys that I would tell you.
Yeah. I think Bullard fits in that group as well, but then again, I'm high on him for this season. All right, we'll get to the 10 o'clock hour. We'll start looking a little offense, defense in our preview of the State of the Packers live from Summerfest tomorrow. While we're down there, maybe we'll swing by Steinhafels because they're celebrating America 250 with unbeatable savings for your home. Right now, take advantage of store-wide savings of up to 30% off. Plus, you'll get a $250 MasterCard when you spend $2,999 or more. From stylish sofas and bedroom sets to dining room collections and premium mattresses, this is the perfect time to refresh your home and save big while you do it. Don't miss the Steinhafels America 250 sale, in-store or anytime at steinhafels.com. Relax. It's Steinhafels. The 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes, so stick around. It's Wilde Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We're less than 10 days away from America's 250th anniversary celebration, and Sendix has everything you need for your 4th of July cookout. Fresh ground sirloin, just $6.99 per pound. Sendix homemade brats and Italian sausages, only $5.99 per pound. And wild-caught Alaska Copper River coho salmon fillets are just $14.99 per pound. Looking for easy entertaining? Well, fresh marinated chicken kebabs, $7.99 per pound. And Sendix signature taco dips and homemade Italian pasta salad, just $6.99. Creamy coleslaw, only $3.99 per pound. Don't forget the cookout favorites. Get 2 large bags of Lay's or Wavy Lay's potato chips for just $5, and 6 packs of 16-ounce Pepsi products, just $3.29 each. This 4th of July, spend time with family and friends and let Sendix handle the food. Sendix, your trusted local grocer for the past 100 years.
Brewers Cubs action on a weekend? Yeah, you're going to want to see this. Be here Friday, June 26th through Sunday, June 28th for the first matchup between the Brewers and Cubs at American Family Field of 2026. You know what happened last time, and it's time to defend home field once again. One thing's for sure, big moments are bound to happen. Score your seat for another chapter in the Brewers-Cubs rivalry now at Brewers.com.
When you're getting married, the rings matter. There's something you wear for a lifetime. That's why my fiance and I went to Paul's Jewelers. Paul's Jewelers specializes in custom jewelry for life's biggest moments. Lab-grown or natural diamonds, great pricing, and a lifetime warranty, so your jewelry can be refurbished, repaired, or refitted anytime down the road. Their team made the entire process easy and stress-free. I can't wait to show off my wedding band after our big day. Create your masterpiece today by visiting Paul's Jewelers in West Allis.
We are the home for all your Brewers coverage. 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Time now for headlines as we predict what will happen on Sunday as the Packers take on the Vikings at Lambeau Field.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
I'm going to do something crazy.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at ESPN Milwaukee.
I'm going to say Kissing Cousins, Pack Bikes tie.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
He missed it again! And we'll end this crazy game in a tie. Oh, my goodness.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now.
Jason, I gotta ask you. I gotta ask Jesse this. I just listened to his Sports Center. He's talking about fish fries, which fish fries are great. It's a Wisconsin staple.
Yeah.
Obviously, during Lent and in the spring and late winter is kind of when fish fries are at their peak, in my opinion. Summertime, okay, I'm not going to argue. You're having your fish fry, as Jesse just said, the second straight time on SportsCenter at the top of the hour here on ESPN Wisconsin. But you just keep pounding. Like, oh, my God, go get Apple TV to watch the game. No. WTMJ, 100.5 ESPN Madison. Like, oh, it's only on Apple TV Plus. What are we doing here?
I am not advocating that everyone go and sign up right now for Apple TV Plus.
I don't know, Jim. That's what I took from it.
I am
Who are you,
doing
Scott Fitzgerald?
I am doing the public a service.
Scott Fitzpatrick. I don't even know who that is.
I can tell
Scott Fitzgerald.
I can tell you this. I haven't talked to my dad today, but I bet he's going to be irritated when he finds out that this game tonight is not on Brewers TV and it's only on Apple TV Plus. I bet there's a lot of people who are going to be very disappointed tonight when they go to turn the game on and they didn't hear my SportsCenter update and it's not on Brewers TV and it's only streaming on Apple TV Plus. Miz on the mound, first game, Cubs at American Family Field since NLDS Game 5 last year, and it is not on our regular television. It is only on the streaming platform, Apple TV Plus. They have the exclusive TV rights to the game tonight. So if you're not going to the game, you either have to watch it there or, of course, we encourage everybody to listen to it on 100.5 ESPN.
I didn't hear that in the
Madison.
Sports Center.
Well, you weren't listening.
I didn't hear that.
620 WTMJ, the Brewers Network flagship. Great. We love baseball on the radio. We love having
Levo
the
on
Brewers.
tonight? So is Levo doing the radio tonight then, or how are we doing this?
I haven't asked him. I would assume he is because he ain't doing TV. Because it isn't on TV, on local TV.
Because it's only on Apple.
Apple TV
It's only
Plus.
on Apple.
Yeah. So
why am I watching? Because it's on TV.
And the reason I
Not
brought
yet.
you, have you not been in the
Do we
situation?
get a chance to block games like the NFL? Fox can block a game from NBC.
I
and
don't think
whatnot.
so.
Don't you think Brewers TV would want to block this? Hey, you can put on Saturday's game. But this is the Miz, man. Like, Miz is appointment TV.
Miz against the Cubs? Yeah, I'm sure that they're not happy about it.
Isn't this exactly what the NFL's streaming partners do, though, is put the most compelling games, the ones that aren't blocked by the TV networks.
Well, how do they know? They had to schedule this a while ago. They had to know. They didn't know Miz was going to be pitching.
No, it's just
right.
That's the break. He's also pitched like every Friday since Lent started. So I don't know. Friday night's Miz night apparently for the Brewers. That's the way it's been for like 6 weeks in a row. But no, they did not know when they selected this game that he would be pitching. That's pure coincidence.
Right, but what I'm saying, I understand that. What I'm saying though is
Sciambi does these games, doesn't Boog Sciambi does these?
No, he's not on tonight either because it's not on Cubs TV. It's only on Apple TV Plus.
Darn, I was going to tune into his broadcast. But isn't this exactly what Apple TV wants? Is what Jesse is imploring people to do in his Sports Center? Oh, sign up for Apple TV Plus so you can watch the game tonight.
I am not imploring that people
ploy.
do that. Although the morning show is a great show, one of my favorite shows. You should if you get
Ted
Apple
Lasso.
TV Plus.
Yeah,
Ted
love
Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
I'm simply making everyone aware, and I'm excited. Have you not been in the situation where you're out for dinner on a Friday evening or really any night of the week, and you ask the bartender or the server, hey, can you get the Brewers game on? And they go to, and sure, I'll get that. And then I think it's on Brewers TV, and they're looking through. They're, wow, what channel is that? Oh, it's this one. And it takes 20 minutes to try and get the game on, and especially like a Saturday, they're on Fox. Oh, that's not the normal channel. They're, what channel? And everybody's looking for it. I'm trying to do everyone a service here, so
I don't
you don't
love
bother
all these
your bartenders
3:20
with that.
starts on Saturday either. Saturday nights it should be a 6:30 start or 7:05. What are we doing all these 3 o'clock starts for on a Saturday? That's the other thing that's annoying.
Is there anything else you'd like to get off your chest?
No, this is a fun team. And Jesse promoting Apple TV, I didn't understand. I wanted him to explain it. He explained it. I don't like it, but I think his explanation is valid.
Also, it's a 6:10 start tomorrow night. It's not a 3:10. There have been a lot of 3:10s, I understand, but tomorrow is not one of those cases.
What channel is that game on?
Well, let me tell you. All right, let me listen.
That one's on Fubo.
All right, so
that's on Fubo.
Let me start by saying that you can listen to all of the Brewers-Cubs games this weekend.
Thanks for promoting our company,
WCMJ,
Jesse. That's nice of you. Well
and
done.
on 100.5 ESPN Madison. And on 95.3 WBEV in Beaver Dam, home of the John Moser Good Karma Brands Children's Radiothon. Tonight, 6:45, Apple TV Plus exclusive streaming for the video broadcast. Tomorrow, 6:10 first pitch. That's your regular. It's on Brewers TV. And in Chicago, I don't know what the channel is, a made-up channel that they're on with Boog. And then 1:10 on Sunday, also on Brewers TV. So the next two games are on the regular TV, on Brewers TV. Tonight's game, streaming exclusively, Apple TV Plus.
And Jesse thinks you should sign up for it so you can watch the game.
You got a promo code that you're giving for that?
Well, no, but when I'm here... First of all, I mean, if there's an opportunity to endorse Apple TV Plus, I'd be happy to do so. I think they have some quality programming.
Just type in the code Jesse to save 10% on your first month.
Apple TV does have a couple of good things. You're right. They got that movie, that show I like with the neighbor, John Hamm.
Yeah, Your
Good
Friends and Neighbors is a good show.
Yeah,
on
it's
Apple
a good little
TV.
show.
Yeah. F1, the movie with Brad Pitt, fun, fast-paced little adventure kind of flick.
Kind of soured on Brad Pitt.
Why? What did he do?
I don't know. I just am.
Is it wrong
soured on him.
Is it wrong that when you said the show with the neighbor, I thought of Tool Time Tim and the guy looking over over the fence? That was the first thought I had.
Is that on Apple TV too?
I don't think so. This is the extent of my Apple TV now. I know they have the MLS. All the MLS games are there. So soccer growing in America, I don't know if being on Apple TV, I don't know if that's the move for the league, but so be it.
I know you guys are both just raging soccer fans, so I'm sure you're subscribing just for that.
Yeah, that game was on Fox last night. The United States goes down in the extra time, a goal, which Tausch loves that willy-nilly extra time setup. The U.S. loses 3-2 to Turkey. But it doesn't change what the standings are or who their matchup is. When do they play? Wednesday, so Tausch can make sure he blocks off time.
Wednesday against Bosnia in Santa Clara.
On Apple TV,
no, it's on Fox, and I believe it's a 7 o'clock start for that game on
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Oh, that's right. Okay, and that's an elimination game, so that now the money's on the table.
The knockout round.
Round,
so now
round
you're
of
in?
32, though, the made-up round that they just expanded.
No,
to
I'm
this
waiting.
year.
I told you I'm waiting until the 16th, until the actual what the World Cup used to be, until they watered it down to get more teams in and more money, which I get. But I'm waiting until 16 to jump on the bandwagon. Then I'm really in. I'm rowing on the bandwagon when it's at 8. We get to 8, I am fully in. I will be red, white, and blue, and you couldn't find a bigger soccer fan than me at 8. If we get to the 8,
well, you probably still find bigger soccer fans.
No, I'm saying
even
bigger stature.
Oh no, you're not. You're not that big. Not as big as you used to be.
The soccer update brought to you by Discount Liquor. Stop by the Milwaukee or
There you
Waukesha
go.
locations
You're welcome,
for all
Jesse.
your tailgating needs.
There you go.
Jesse, did you watch the game last night?
I did, yeah. Well, we watched the first we watched until the first hydration break, and then we turned on Homeland, and then Becca fell asleep, and then I watched.
So wait, Homeland's got new episodes?
No, they have 8 seasons, dude. So,
dude, you got a dude.
Don't dude me.
Don't dude me, bro.
And that's on Netflix, by the way, which is the home of the Home Run Derby coming up this year.
And that Thanksgiving Eve game.
Is that actually true? Netflix is doing the Home Run Derby?
Yes, that is actually true, yes.
Is that right? Boy, Netflix is smart. Netflix is smart operation.
And just wait till you hear this one. Next Sunday, July 5th, Peacock has the exclusive rights to every baseball game that day. So the Brewers play the Diamondbacks, and all 15 MLB games on July 5th are going to be streaming exclusively on Peacock.
No,
Yeah.
really?
What
What
One
a
of
smart
15
move by
games that
Peacock.
Tausch won't see.
On your July 4th weekend, if you want to watch the Brewers on July 5th, I think that's a 3:10 Sunday start, which is 1:10 in Arizona.
Yeah.
You have to watch it on Peacock exclusively. So Apple tonight, Peacock coming up, couple of Sundays in a row. The Brewers are only on Peacock. Home Run Derby's on Netflix, and then other games are on Brewers TV. And you can just listen to every game on 620 WTMJ and 100.5 ESPN Madison and 95.3 WBEV.
We
Good
should
job
get
getting
Aaron
the Beaver
Popke
Dam
on
one
here
in
to talk about all this streaming. We should get
Yeah, that
Popke
was.
to see if he could explain all this.
Yeah, the feedback was not as positive from Pop's appearance most recently, as opposed to our more debated appearance the previous time. I think people are kind of bored with the Sports Broadcasting Act conversation. But even if you're bored with that, we just demonstrated how much harder it is to be a fan, to consume the things you want to watch. Welcome to television in 2026. I mean, the fact that the Home Run Derby is on Netflix, I think that tells you that it is a challenge now to be able to watch the things you want to watch, and there are a lot of different people trying to get into your pockets for you to spend money to be able to watch what you want to watch in sports.
Do we think if this Peacock deal is successful, do we think it's possible that there's enough streaming services now that it would just be Monday's Paramount Day, Tuesday's ESPN Disney, Wednesday is Netflix, Thursday's Apple. Like every day just is like, this is what you're going to do if you're a baseball fan. Every day, one of the days is going to be one of the big streamers. Are we going to get to that point?
I don't think so, because teams need their local revenue of I mean, look, I don't know Rick Schlesinger and Mark Attanasio at all. I don't cover their team, but I have to think that while I know they're doing over-the-air broadcasts more now because of everything that happened with what used to be Fox Sports Wisconsin and then Bally's and then whatever else it was. Like, it's great. I know that, like, the Fox affiliate in Milwaukee that our friend Jamie Glinberg works for, they've got games on their over-the-air television station. But, like, the Brewers still can't be doing well with that having bottomed out and them having to basically partner with MLB to have a TV network that's like their channel. Like, it has to be harder, right? And I don't know what the Bucks are doing, right? The Bucks are dealing with the same issue because of the collapse of those regional networks. So, no, I don't think we'll get to that point because that money matters to those teams. It's also why that Sports Broadcasting Act is being talked about in relation to the NFL, because they don't have that. They don't have that issue, at least not right now. But, no, I certainly hope not. You're on board with everything but Peacock still? Is that your position on streaming services?
What do you mean I'm on board? It's life. Like, I love sports, so
right.
I'm going
But
to watch
you have
sports.
steadfast. But Peacock was a bridge too far, even though they had
it's too
Packers games and whatever else.
Yep.
So that was your line in the sand.
No, they lied to me. No. They lied to me.
How did they lie to you?
They put Saved by the Bell on there. They put a couple episodes, and you had a paid premium to go and watch Saved by the Bell. And I was like, no, you told me Saved by the Bell was on there, and it wasn't. You misled me. If you told me, hey, it's going to cost you this to watch the new Saved by the Bell, I'd be like, oh, all right, then I got to make a decision. This was misleading. I don't like being misled.
So
And
if
that's
Saved
where
by
my
the Bell, is available now for the base price of Peacock, would you consider forgiving them or no?
Trust, it's hard to get it back.
I'm
I'll
aware.
Never trust Peacock
I'm aware. I make sure I stay on the right side of that line as best I can. Just like you try to make sure you're on the right side of lines that are projected at the sports book at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. But as it turned out last year, you were on the wrong side of those lines.
That's because we didn't finish, and I know that's different this year. And if you want to go have a great weekend, head down to the Hard Rock Casino Rockford, a premier entertainment destination just off I-90 in Rockford, Illinois. Hard Rock Casino Rockford offers the most generous and most frequent promotions of any casino in the Midwest, and we got a great 4th of July promotion. Join the Hard Rock Casino Rockford for the 4th of July weekend. for the Let Freedom Ride giveaway. It's high-powered excitement with your chance to win one of 3 premium rides, a Can-Am Outlander, Can-Am Defender, or a Sea-Doo Spark Tricks. From rugged off-road adventures to heart-pounding water thrills, Independence has never felt this good. Unity members can earn entries now through July 5th to drawings the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of July at 9 p.m. Check out the full rules at casino.hardrock.com. Play, dine, shop, and enjoy live shows and the sportsbook. Hard Rock Casino Rockford, a premier entertainment destination just off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois.
Jesse, how do you think this State of the Packers preview show has gone so far in terms of us really previewing tomorrow's show from Summerfest?
We have only talked about Matt LaFleur and took a 20-minute detour talking about Apple TV Plus and various streaming platforms.
That's because of your Sports Center,
You set the table with this Apple TV. I've never heard someone say Apple TV more in a Sports Center in my life.
But I hope everyone is now aware that if you're out to dinner tonight and you ask your server to turn the Brewers game on, if they don't have Apple TV at your local establishment, you're ain't going to find it.
Blanked, yeah. Thanks for letting us know. Just listen on the radio. It's more fun that way. And keep listening on the radio or on YouTube to Wilde and Tausch, which continues next. So stick around.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Mark Tauscher here, and if you know me, you know I love Wisconsin. That's why I'm a UW Credit Union member. Their team's been all about Wisconsin since 1931, and they love making banking easy for members. Whether it's with their convenient mobile app or with the great perks like early payday to get you paid sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor, and beer fans, we've got something to cheer about. Michelob Ultra is the official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026. So whether you call it soccer or football, it's time to get your game plan ready as the world's largest soccer tournament returns to the USA. Stop by Discount Liquor to pick up a 12-pack of Michelob Ultra and score a free Michelob Ultra soccer koozie. At Discount Liquor, we stock over 15,000 varieties of beer, wine, spirits, THCA, and non-alcoholic beverages, all at the lowest prices in town. From craft brews to hard-to-find whiskeys, we've got a lineup for you. So don't get caught off sides with an empty fridge. Stop into Discount Liquor and stock up before kickoff. Visit us in Milwaukee on 51st and Oklahoma or in downtown Waukesha at Barstow and Maine.
Discount Liquor.
As we celebrate Independence Day in 250 years of American freedom, there's never been a better time to invest in the place you call home. Maybe it's that roof you've been meaning to replace, those drafty windows you've learned to live with, or that bathroom you've wanted to update for years. Whatever project you've been putting off, Exterior Pros and Baths can help. This Independence Day, you can save up to $3,000 on your next project. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
What life events have you experienced over the past couple of years? Well, maybe one is coming up. The sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, or helping to pay for college or a wedding. Well, Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with life events, but planning for them can make all the difference. Knowing what you own, why you own it, and how much you're paying for it is a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when life events come up. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. After your round, stop in the clubhouse for food and drinks. Call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee. You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
So being the Bill Barnwell aficionados that you guys are, I'm guessing you discussed his latest column, all 8,000 words of it, in which he ranked the skilled position players on offense in the league. Did you do that yesterday?
We did not, no.
Okay, that makes us the only show that didn't.
We went the Domovsky route. We went with the 4 lingering questions for the Packers heading into training camp 1 month out.
So Bill Barnwell did this piece, and I think this is a good place to start as we actually talk about the Packers offense as we do get ready for tomorrow's State of the Packers show from Summerfest with Gabe Neitzel, Alex Strofe, and myself, 12 to 3, across ESPN Wisconsin, and, of course, on our YouTube channels as well. Come on out and see us. It's always fun. He has them ranked 17th. I've talked about it. I literally, every show that we have, Homer, I think it was last night that I talked about it with Homer and our friend Brian Bulaga. I talked about it on Kyle and Brust. I talked about it on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. I talked about it on Molly and Jim. Everywhere I've discussed it, except here. And 17th seems completely fair to me. As much as I like, theoretically, what a well-defined skill group of Tucker Kraft, Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, and Josh Jacobs looks like. Because there's nobody that's had a 1,000-yard season. Tucker Kraft was on pace for one. There's nobody that has had a full-fledged breakout year at wide receiver, even though Jaden Reed led them in receiving his first 2 seasons. And there's no one that is a proven commodity over a 17-game season, like Christian Watson, who's had great glimpses, and Matthew Golden, who we're betting on his potential, right? I thought middle of the pack was very fair, but with the potential to turn out to be a much better group than 17th. Tausch, agree or disagree?
I mean, I look at it as a higher I would not think 17 is a fair number because I think you have the best tight end or one of the best tight ends in football. I understand the receiving core has not proven itself to the degree that some of these, and you don't have that flash, oh my God, I don't know what we're going to do with this guy. So while I want to push back a ton, I'm okay with it being in the middle of the pack, which 17 is a little below middle of the pack. Like it's, less than 50% of where this league looks at it. So I am okay with it. I think in my own mind, I have Christian Watson being a much better player than I think people in the outside see him. I think Matthew Golden is the big question mark here. You just feel like he's either going to be a star or there's going to be stuff that comes up. I don't see Matthew Golden as ever being a middle of the pack guy. Okay. I think he's either going to elevate and be great, or I think he's going to have struggles. We'll see which way that goes. And I think Jaden Reed is steady Eddie, which is kind of what you're looking for. So how you view, Jordan Love and getting them the football, that can be another conversation. But I just look at it, and again, I do have to hearken to the fact that we overemphasize and overvalue some guys that we watch and cover on a daily basis compared to other guys. There have been times it's, who's the wide receiver that you guys all crowned when he was replacing Driver? It was, oh, my God, we got Gurley. We got this guy. It's like, all right, we got Janis. Like, there's a lot of guys that you see at camp, and, oh, my God, they did one great thing, and you're crowning them. And I always want to see a little bit more. Got to see it more than that to just say, oh, yep, he's the next guy. Well, it's because he's our guy. And I don't want to get too hasty with that. So that's why I don't have a problem where Barnwell put it. I would disagree, but not where I'm, like, violently irritated about it.
He has the Detroit Lions in the number 1 spot. Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta, Jamison Williams. That's who he ranked at number 1. The Rams are 2.
I think I'd have a hard time if I'm looking at the Rams. Rams got
are 2.
A lot of talent.
Bengals are 3. Yep. Bengals are 3. Falcons are 4. And the 49ers are 5th. The Packers,
a lot of non-playoff teams from last year in the top 5.
Well, it takes more than just.
Wait, is this counting the quarterback? Correct?
No, wide receiver,
just the
tight
skill.
end, running back.
Yeah, those 3. Well, McCaffrey's going to give you a bunch. I just don't know. You keep wondering how long he's going to be able to stay healthy. He's been with San Fran. He's been great. He obviously had the 1 year where he had a lot of issues. But last year, if he has a ball-out game in Seattle and they win, you're probably talking about the MVP of the league. You know, I wanted to splash a little something down at HCR.
Yeah, you got it. Not to confuse with ACR.
Yeah, I wanted to. I thought that would make a ton of sense. If you factor in running back, I do think that tells you that people are looking at Josh Jacobs as being a little bit beat up.
He is
maybe
beat
not
up.
The same guy that he was. And last year he finished the season banged up. So that is, I still think that position on the Green Bay Packers, I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen maybe a splash go, because I know we're all, and Jesse and I talked about Marshawn Lloyd a little bit yesterday. If he can stay healthy, I do think he can add a big dynamic to this offense. But if he's not, I think leaning on JJ for 17 weeks of just maul it down football, he's not a home run hitter. We need a home run hitter so that you can watch it on Apple TV on a Friday night.
Yes, and let's be honest, that is the biggest if in Wisconsin sports. If Marshawn Lloyd is healthy.
Oh, there's a lot of big ifs.
Yeah, but when a guy's played 1 game out of 36, he's a very nice guy. He's taken ownership of everything. He is, I get it, but getting excited about him comes with a warning label. And that's not his fault, but if they need him to be healthy, there's no denying that. And the idea that
they either need him to be healthy or they need to go and find someone that is talented that can be that home run hitter that this offense does not have in the run game. And let's not make any mistake about it. The Carolina Panthers came into Lambeau. None of us, when we did our whole schedule thing, would have thought that that was ever going to be a case where the Packers would lose that game. And they put a formula together that said, we just don't think you can beat us running the football, and we're not scared of you taking 3-4 yards. We don't think you're patient enough to do it. And, it turns out we weren't.
Just to put a bow on this, to finish out the top 10, the Arizona Cardinals are 6th. The Dallas Cowboys are 7th.
What am I missing with the Cardinals?
A lot of non-playoff teams. Marvin Harrison and Love. They just drafted Jeremiah Love.
He's had a hard time catching the ball.
Yeah, and they've got Trey McBride, the tight end. The
Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, again, this is not including the quarterback.
Those are 3 good players. Marvin Harrison, Trey
Marvin
McBride, Jeremiah Love.
Marvin Harrison has not been great. He has not been
Marvin
Maserati
Harrison's
Mark.
living. I'm sorry, Marvin Harrison. No,
If his name was Marvin Tauscher, we would not think he's a great player.
Or is he talented and he's just been playing with bad quarterbacks and on a bad team?
No, it's
bad coach, who's now our defensive coordinator.
The Vikings are
bad
8th.
Coach.
The Vikings are 8th, the Eagles are 9th, and the New England Patriots are 10th. The Packers are the lowest of any of the NFC North teams. The Bears are 15th before the Packers check in at 17th. For the Bears, it is Colston Loveland at tight end, Luther Burden and Roma Dunze at wide receiver, and Kyle Monangai as their top running back. I'm sorry, I don't think I'm a homer, but I don't see how that group is better than what the Packers have. They're about the same, and they're about the same in the rankings, 15 versus 17. But Colston Loveland was great in that playoff game.
Who's more disrespected in this Barnwell article, Tucker Kraft or Christian Watson? Because that's what this comes down to.
Yeah, I think he acknowledges in his part about the Packers that Tucker Kraft was leading all tight ends in receiving yards per game before tearing his ACL.
Okay.
The entire premise of what he's saying is basically the Packers are really talented, but they haven't proven that they all can stay healthy on the field at the same time.
I think that's a good summary, Jesse. Good job. Yep.
And so that's basically why he's got him at 17 for 3 years in a row, because they've proven they can't stay healthy.
I got a new idea here.
Oh, I love new ideas.
When Barnwell writes an article, Jesse cliff notes it for us. It's going to be Jesse's notes.
I feel like we kind of did.
And you're just going to give us the. That's what I'm saying. I like it. I like the idea. I think.
Do you really want to go down the road of me reading articles after how we started our conversation yesterday?
What do you mean?
No, you don't want to know.
Okay.
Trust me. You don't
go back and listen on the ESPN Wisconsin app,
or
do I not even want to do that?
Jason, where do you think people are when they're reading the majority of your articles?
In the bathroom.
Yep. Okay. Good to know.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I just thought that was probably the answer that was given yesterday.
I think it is true. I think it's both.
Wherever you may be, if you haven't become an Associated Bank customer yet, now is a great time to do it. Because if you're a Brewers fan, the perks are ridiculously good. 20% off at the Brewers team store. Up to 50% off select regular season Brewers home games. Savings on both the sausage race, the 5K or 10K famous racing sausages, walk and run, and the Brewers Baseball Academy. On top of that, you get to tailgate longer if you're an Associated Bank customer. Why? Because you can go in the express entry gate, the Associated Bank Express entry. So you can stay in that parking lot a little longer, throw the football around, play a little catch, have another brat, whatever it might be. And, of course, they also have the best customer service in the industry, and they have the awards to prove it. So go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. All right, that has been our look at the offense. We will take a look at the Packers' defense from a 30,000-foot view leading into tomorrow's State of the Packers, where we will go position by position. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
And I get the up and down drama at Kansas with Bill Self and Willie won't he play and coach's decision versus player decision, questions about the people that are around him. What is undeniable, what is unquestionable is his talent. This dude is the best shot maker in this class. The creativity that he has, the ability to pass, dribble, shoot, defend, it's elite level. Like, I know people don't want to go to the place of evoking the late, great Kobe Bryant, but it's going that way in terms of the talent, the style of play upon entry into the NBA. And so, yeah, I love Darren Peterson pairing him with Keontae George out there in Utah. They did a little bit of pre-agency trading for Jaren Jackson Jr. at the trade deadline during last season. You got Lauri Markkanen. We'll see what happens with Walker Kessler, but I like what the Utah Jazz are putting together. It's going to go up from here in terms of the talent base that's on that roster right now.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code BALANCE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code BALANCE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code BALANCE to borrow up to $10,000.
At Associated Bank, we thought about speaking like other banks with hoity-toity names like Total Privilege Pay or something. But we don't speak bankish, we speak your language. When we say 2-day early pay, we mean you get paid 2 days early. $50 overdraft grace zone? That's a grace zone of up to $50 if overdrafts happen. And maintenance fee free account? Well, that speaks for itself. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
Don't let summer pass you by. Turn it all the way up at Summerfest. The music, the moments, the memories you'll replay all year long. Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance. June 18th through 20th, June 25th through 27th, and July 2nd through 4th. Your soundtrack to summer starts here. Get tickets now at summerfest.com.
Why DIY your frozen pizza toppings when Screamin' Sicilian already went over the top for you? We're talking whole milk mozzarella, heaps of premium meats, a mountain of veggies. Screamin' Sicilian is frozen pizza stacked, no add-ons needed.
Mamma mia!
Screamin' Sicilian, so loaded with toppings, it's almost cheating. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section and taste what all the screamin' is about.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs, on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 855-PELLA-WI, or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Getting you ready for tomorrow's State of the Packers. I hope there's folks that are headed to Summerfest that are going to stop and say hi. Now, I will say this. Obviously, I do this radio program from my basement the vast majority of the time, which is good for me. Other than an occasional cat or dog wandering by, there's limited distraction. And when we do shows together at the AmFam Championship and at the Badgers Legends, we get great guests, but I'm a little squirrely. Hey, squirrel! Not paying attention.
You would think a party guy like yourself would be better at that.
I only plan them. I don't really celebrate. I'm usually worried about how they go. But I love the Summerfest vibe. I love it when we do this. I will say that if I may ask one thing of our fans that do come by tomorrow, if we are talking, it means we're on the air. And so if you are coming over to ask where Ecuador Manta is playing today, I would appreciate if you'd wait for a commercial break. Yesterday, I was on with Homer and Bulaga, and somebody apparently lost their glasses. And Homer, whose microphone was still on, was trying to help them find their glasses. So, again, occupational hazard of doing a show live at Summerfest. There's occasionally folks that have had one too many that come by, like the two-fisted slopper. But nevertheless, we're excited for tomorrow, so I hope you'll swing by, and I hope you'll listen, whether it's live or whether you watch it later on YouTube or in the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Two-fisted slopper?
You don't know the two-fisted slopper?
I don't know the two-fisted
tell me more.
slopper.
He is a County Stadium legendary character. Oh, I don't know if we can talk about the Packers defense here. I think you don't know who it was. A cartoon they would play.
Yeah, I don't know who the two-fisted slopper is.
I know. I'm expressing my shock and surprise that you don't know who he is. He is a cartoon character who
Can I search this on a work computer?
You can, yes. He is a drunken Brewers fan that you.
I'm not sure what. I don't think I would if I was you, Jesse.
No, the two-fisted slopper.
No, I understand, but
S-L-O-P-P-E-R.
there's going to be some misinterpretation.
There's nothing to misinterpret. If you know, that
I'm
old
sure
saying,
there's not.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't think Google knows, and then our HR team is definitely going to know.
Yeah, I don't think you know. Yeah,
You think
I don't think
I
you
don't
should,
know?
Jesse. No, I don't.
I believe me. I know what you guys think, and it's wholly inappropriate.
You know what?
By the way.
Well, tell me more then. Explain it to me.
No, not on the airwaves, because I know what you're doing. Just like I knew earlier what you were going to do. The two-fisted slopper, you can actually find him, Jesse, on YouTube. There is the entire
That scares me even
cartoon.
more.
No, I didn't say you find him on
also on Pornhub.
OnlyFans.
Oh, I thought you were going to say.
Whoa, Nelly! All right, I'm gonna do a screen capture of this. I'm gonna send it along to Jesse, so that way he doesn't have to look for it on his work computer. We will play it. Maybe it'll be just a digi only, but it is basically a public service announcement when you were at County Stadium to go to the Fan Assistance Center located on the main concourse at Section 18 to be able to report ne'er-do-wells that are in your section. I can't believe you've never heard. It is a Milwaukee Brewers icon. It was as big as the sausage race guys were back in the day. If you went to Brewers games,
it was not.
It was. You're just flat out wrong.
No, it's not.
You just because you don't know
There is nobody. Maybe some 70 and 80-year-olds might agree with you.
I am
Nobody.
not 70 or 80.
You're trying to pin the sausage slopper or whatever this guy was called against the sausage races.
The sausage slopper.
Is that whatever you call them?
The two-fisted slopper.
You think that is as mainstream and as known as the two-fisted slopper in the 70s and
you
80s?
could get, as Wade Bates, our teammate in Beaver Dam, you could get a two-fisted slopper T-shirt. He was iconic as a ancillary piece of a Brewers game. You watched the public service announcement up on the old scoreboard. If you ever seen the movie Major League and that old school scoreboard that used to be at Milwaukee County Stadium with the kind of the cream and white and black graphics, it wasn't color. The two-fisted slopper was an icon. And I'm
More or less
disappointed.
popular than Front Row Amy.
I think he was more popular.
Oh,
But
come
again,
on.
maybe I'm biased because I'm nostalgic.
Oh, no, the phones are lighting
Barrel
up.
man or two-fist slopper?
Again, look, man. I don't know what to
Chorizo
tell
or
you.
two-fisted slopper?
Two-fisted slopper.
That's crazy.
No,
Jesse,
it's
I don't
just
want
not.
to
You just
interrupt
don't.
you, but does Usher George think that this is even a close battle? Because he is in the same era as Jason, it seems.
No, he's not. He wasn't. He worked at Miller Park. He didn't work at County Stadium.
He's older than you are.
Right, but I don't.
He's a brewer. He's a bigger Brewer
Get
fan
George
than
on the
you
phone.
are.
Get George on the phone. Dial him up. Well, I tell you about another call you need to make if you've been injured in an accident. Group of law offices. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666. Now, I won't call the two-fisted slopper as iconic as David Gruber. Okay, there are some things that are a bridge too far, but he's up there. He is a 70s and 80s and maybe even early 90s icon at County Stadium. And if you don't know who the two-fisted slopper is, you're about to find out coming up. But you know who David Gruber is, and you know who Gruber Law Offices are. And they are there to make sure that you get taken care of if you've been injured in an accident. So go to gruber-law.com or make the call. 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666. Gruber Law Offices, one call. That's all. We'll have more Wilde and Tausch, and we will have the two-fisted slopper next. So stick around.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All the biggest voices, all in one place. The Yingling Legends Line. Exclusive insight from Hall of Famers, All-Stars, and Game Changers, all on the Yingling Legends Line.
Brian Braun, I appreciate you joining us here on Kyle and Brust.
But we just wanted to have fun. You know, baseball's a game of failure and adversity. It's such a long season. You want to find ways to enjoy the success when you have good moments.
The Yingling Legends Line. Crack open a Yingling lager and raise a toast to an American tradition. D.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Brian Butch here. From high school All-American to Division I to the pros, I've spent a lifetime putting in the work. And this 4th of July, Iron Jock is celebrating with one of our biggest deals of the summer. From June 25th through July 6th, get 40% off all Iron Jock gear with a minimum purchase of $50 using code ESPN40. Excludes clearance and gift cards. Whether you're training, traveling, grilling out, or just staying active this summer, Iron Jock gear is built to keep up. Our products are moisture-wicking, anti-static, built for performance, built to last, built in Wisconsin. Shop now at ironjock.com.
$998 buys you a magnificent diamond solitaire engagement ring at Kessler's.
A solid gold mounting shows off a big, beautiful diamond, 3/4 of a carat.
Glitter, twinkle, sparkle.
This is the definitive diamond solitaire engagement ring.
You can choose a round diamond, radiant, marquise, or oval.
3/4 of a carat. Any shape you want.
Any color of gold you want.
A 1-carat solitaire is just $1,498.
Ask to see the Evermore engagement rings at Kessler's.
You're going to be ecstatic about the color, clarity, and cut of your diamond.
Evermore.
Each of these diamonds was lovingly created in the heart of a miniature star.
Your diamond will remain.
Evermore.
Your diamond was born about the time you fell in love.
You will be in love.
Evermore.
Your diamond has been waiting patiently for you to see it, love it, and choose it.
Don't keep it waiting. Come to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Are you starting college, moving to a new apartment, or just looking to create a new vibe in your college living? Make IKEA your first stop for everything you need to create a college space that's all you. Whether you're looking to add color with cozy bedding, organize your dorm with smart storage solutions, or find that perfect sleeper sofa for those weekend visits, IKEA has your college life covered. And verified college students get 15% off when they sign up for IKEA Family. It's free and packed with rewards. So go grab your roommate and head to IKEA Oak Creek or shop online at IKEA.us or the IKEA app.
Hey, better. Swing into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee for the $300,000 Big League Series. Just play with your rewards card over 3 months to earn entries. Here's the lineup. Leading off April, on deck May, in the hole June. All monthly entries you earn will roll into drawings on Friday, June 26th, where you could win cash, free play, or one of 3 new Toyota vehicles. It's the $300,000 Big League Series, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
For the uninitiated, like old T, I have tracked down archival footage from the Milwaukee County Stadium scoreboard on YouTube of the iconic two-fisted slopper. So
is this
if you
more
know,
iconic than Packy the Packer?
Yes, I think he definitely ranks ahead of Packy the Packer. But that's exactly who I was thinking of as trying to explain it, but he's bigger than that. He might not have had a stuffed animal version.
He's bigger than Front Row Amy.
Well, I mean, in some ways, yes, and maybe in some ways, no. Let's take a quick call. Let's talk to Chris in Cedarburg. Chris, good morning. Welcome to Wilde and the Two-Fisted Slopper.
Good morning, gentlemen. And boy, does Tausch not even understand what a double entendre question he just asked.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
But I was telling Jesse when I called in, I said when they put in the new scoreboard when I was a kid, and I'm 56 years old, and I have had a Miller Lite with Tausch in a box at a Bucks game once, but we'll cover that another time. But
okay.
That was my favorite part of watching the scoreboard was when the two-fisted slopper would come up. It was just such a funny cartoon, and I was like 9 or 10. I didn't even understand what being drunk was. But it was a funny little cartoon sketch, which probably taught a lot of kids not to be that guy.
A public service announcement. It was a good
Chris,
thing.
have you ever been that guy, Chris?
With Tausch?
I wish to assert my Fifth Amendment right at this time.
There you go. All right. Hey, I have not said that I don't believe that there was someone called Slopper. I'm not saying. I have never heard of it ever. This is the first time I've heard
That doesn't happen very often. So we're going to lean into it. We will play the two-fisted slopper clip from the Brewers scoreboard at Old County Stadium. So they used to have a scoreboard when I was really little, like Chris is referencing.
Why did it not make the move over to AmFam Field?
Because I think it's an antiquated concept. I think it is. It was something
you don't think people
that
get drunk still.
No, they definitely do. I don't. Maybe they just didn't consider it. Maybe we need to talk to the crew over there at AmFam Field and ask them if they've considered bringing them back, because it's a good lesson for fans to behave.
I'll text my guy over there right now, and I'll see what he says about it. He's younger than I am, so I'll be curious what he says.
Well, don't text him yet, because we need you to tell us about Outdoor Living Unlimited, which I know has a project going on with you, and they're doing a great job.
Sarah and I are excited about. We are going to have a new outdoor project, and we have chosen Outdoor Living Unlimited to do it. We met with Aaron and Eric Brown, brothers and owners of Outdoor Living Unlimited, and we felt like they were the right guys to work with, share the same hardworking values. Love the fact that Outdoor Living Unlimited is a family-owned and locally operated company. Their showroom is a must-see if you're looking for a new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, or more. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a must. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space. Check them out. OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
844-770-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. I would like to utilize the text function there. And if you have memories of the two-fisted slopper, or if you are younger than me, and apparently Tausch, who had never heard of it, and you want to text in that this is, like Homer would say, Moses or Don Hudson era, that's fine too. But I think you'll get a kick out of him when we introduce Tausch to the two-fisted slopper, which we will do to kick off the 11 o'clock hour. If you came here for that preview of the State of the Packers show, well, just listen to the State of the Packers show tomorrow, because we didn't really do that much to preview it. But we will have the two-fisted slopper for you, and we will have him to kick off the 11 o'clock hour in 2 minutes. So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Shop the Pig.
The heart of this country is local. It's neighbors looking out for neighbors. It's small businesses that know your name. At Piggly Wiggly, the people who run your store live right here, right alongside you. And when you shop with us, every dollar stays in the community we all call home. Stop in today and see the difference shopping local really makes. Piggly Wiggly, local since forever.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
Progressive's Home Quote Explorer helps you easily find and buy the right coverage for you. It's everything you've always wanted. Well, I mean, as far as a website that lets you shop, quote, and buy insurance in one place. But hey, maybe that is everything you've always wanted. Yeah, people have different types of dreams. And if all you've ever been searching for is a website that helps you choose home insurance rates and coverage, boy, do we have great news about Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Let me tell you about the Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite. It's bright, it's bubbly, it's back.
The Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich, it's so rich, and you can choose between the original or the spicy filet.
Ooh, boy.
And then you got those pickled jalapenos tucked right under the filet, and then just to top it all off, you've got a little honey drizzle right on top.
Okay, now I'm a pimento fan.
And I'm feeling the dragon fruit.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Heading to Milwaukee's east side? Make Veer North your first stop. Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Alex Stroh. Here to tell you at Veer North you can catch the big game, hop on a shuttle to the stadium, or hang out for live music all summer long. Elevated food, craft drinks, and a packed event lineup. Veer North knows how to keep the energy going as the weather starts to warm up. Close to Fiserv Forum, Summerfest, and UWM. It's the perfect place to pregame, postgame, or just stay for the whole thing. Veer North, right where Milwaukee comes together.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Joining us now is the Green Bay Packers' new head coach, Matt LaFleur on Wilde and Tausch.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Matt LaFleur, Matt Nagy, and Matt Patricia. Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach not named Matt? No, I'm sorry.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law offices, One Call That's All studio at ESPN Milwaukee.
Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach named Matt? Matt Damon, Matt Ryan, somebody else.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
Can you repeat that question?
Sorry.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty getting the two-fisted slopper up and running for Jesse. So we're going to take a couple calls first on this, and then we will get to trivia. Hopefully people can be educated on this. I really want Old Boy to meet the two-fisted slopper. I really do. I think it would be great because I think you'll enjoy him. But we'll have to wait for that. Let's take a couple of calls first. 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Let's start. Well, Jesse, you tell me who we're starting with. Jesse? Jesse?
You talking to me?
I am.
Okay.
We were going to take calls. I don't know who we're talking to, though.
Well, that's because I was just asking who they were. I'm doing. Nice
Are you frazzled?
Yeah, I am.
He's sloppered.
Well, I also
He's sloppered.
I appreciate these folks calling in. I'm pretty sure we were asking for text, but that's okay. Let's go. Henry's dad in Fox Point.
I love the voice.
This is Henry's dad in Fox Point is first up here on the Carbless ESPN.
Well,
Wisconsin
hello,
Talk and Text.
Henry's dad. Welcome to Wilde and Tausch. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, I haven't been to a lot of games, but my kid goes way too much. He's probably listening right now.
Henry.
He texts me constantly. Hey, Henry. Hey, Todd. So, yeah, they show the Slopper before every game. He's an enduring icon of Brewers lore. Heck yeah.
Now?
Heck yeah. Go to more games.
Really?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah,
like
he's a
before
warning against drunk fans in the stands.
Is that right? Color me confused. All right.
Hey.
Okay, this is helpful.
Know. That is interesting. I will. I've only been to 2 games this year, so I'm heading to another one down the road here. But I will be watching for the Slopper guy.
Maybe you're not.
Paying attention.
Maybe they're playing it earlier in the day or in the at the game, and that's why you're not seeing it.
Henry's dad just said that they're playing it right before the game, so maybe it's that first. But all right. That's interesting to know.
Let's take another call. Let's go to Brent in Schaumburg, Illinois. Brent, good morning. Welcome to Wilde and Tausch. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for taking my call. Kind of the same note as the last caller. A few games I've been to this year, they 100% show the Slopper on the big scoreboard out in center field. And I just wanted to share, there is a graphic out there. He looks exactly like Brandon Sproat.
What?
Feel free to look it up.
Who the Slopper does?
Yeah.
So, Brent, quick question for you. Who is more famous in Brewers lore? Front Row Amy or Slopper?
Now, for me, I'm 36. I would say Front Row Amy. But that's basically based on my age. But I'm 100% aware of the Slopper. That said, I go to a lot of games.
Right.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
There you go.
Thanks for the call. All right. Hey, I'm not going to say my bad. I think what happens is this is a cartoon, right? This Slopper guy?
Yeah. I mean, and it's not even like animated. It's almost like a graphic novel where it just shows pictures. A graphic. No, not. What is it with you today?
No, I'm just, like you said, graphic novel. What do you think I'm going to think when you say graphic novel?
I'm going to think that you think of like the Babysitter's Club and other books that are like cartoons. Okay. Yeah, right. Drawings, like comic strips.
All
right. It's very rudimentary, cartoonish. So I'd be curious, have they updated it? Have they used AI to bring the two-fisted Slopper into the 21st century? Again, I'm not sure. All right, we're going to work on getting that video for those of you that are uninitiated. I've sent it to Jesse a couple of different ways, hoping we can get it functioning. We will continue to effort on that. But we need to play some trivia before the program has expired. Jesse, what's today's category, and what caller would you like?
You got me doing too much back here. I don't know what the category is.
Caller 9.
I don't know what it is.
Caller 9. It's a smorgasbord Friday on Wilde and Tausch
the
Trivia.
State of the Brewers.
Caller
It's the
9.
State of the Brewers. Caller number 9. Caller 9. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. Caller 9 will play trivia next. Sorry, Jesse, to put you under the gun there. I know you're...
So my email's not working sending the video to myself. Now the thing you sent me isn't in the right format, so I can't download it on here. So this Slopper is really messing me up.
Is there no one else in the building right now that could be helping you?
It doesn't matter.
Maybe
I don't need help. It's just
maybe you took Bo
working.
Ryan's face off the window. You could see if there's anybody
It's
coming to your
not
aid.
working. It's not that anyone else can do
It's
it and I
on
can't.
YouTube.
That doesn't matter for what our purposes
Jesse.
are here.
Jesse, you're doing your best, man. Just keep working. You just keep grinding. You're doing your best.
What caller? I don't even know what you said.
Caller 9. Caller 9.
It says Josh in Madison is our contestant. It's already been forlorn. Josh, Madison.
Tausch, tell us about Sendix while Jesse loses his...
Wait, no. We need to play the Sendix game a little bit later.
Oh.
We shouldn't do that now.
It says 11 o'clock Sendix.
What an operation we got going here. Where's Slopper here? I think we've all sloppered a little too much today is what I think we've just learned. All right, caller 9, Brewers Trivia. We're going to do that next.
Tausch doesn't know the number.
844-770-3776. Brewers Trivia is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
Congratulations to the class of 2026.
Got a grad to celebrate? Make it easy with a Cousin Subs gift card. Buy $30 in gift cards and get a free 7.5-inch sub for you. Valid on any deli fresh or classic sub. So while you're giving a great gift, you're getting one too. Simple, thoughtful, and way better than a card that gets tucked away. Stop by your local Cousin Subs today. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Vortex Golf makes rangefinders for serious golfers who need an accurate number every time. With 3 options, the Blade, Blade Slope, and Anarch, there's a Vortex rangefinder that fits your game. Crystal clear optics and features like image stabilization keep you steady in big moments. Plus, every Vortex Golf product is backed by a no-questions-asked lifetime warranty. If you're looking for an accurate number every time, Vortex Golf belongs on your bag. Grab yours and everything you need for golf season in Wisconsin at Shields.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Mark Tauscher here. People ask, why did I join UW Credit Union? Well, let's break it down. Convenient local branches, easy to use mobile banking app, rewards checking with early payday, and that beautiful Bucky debit card. Also, they've been serving Wisconsin since 1931, which means they have local expertise that's actually local. So stop by a branch or visit uwcu.com federallyinsured.org to join today and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling. Trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
Looking to transform your home with stylish furniture and home accessories without breaking the bank? At your local IKEA in Oak Creek, they believe everyone deserves a beautiful and affordable living experience that enhances your everyday life. From comfortable and fashionable sofas and sectionals, to kitchens full of inspiration, to bedrooms designed to help you find your best sleep and relaxation, IKEA's home furnishing combines form and function to fit any lifestyle and budget. Visit IKEA Oak Creek today or explore their collection online at ikea.com/US.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Jesse continues to do yeoman's work. In the meantime, let's play some trivia presented by Cousin Subs and Vortex Golf.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is presented by Vortex Golf, rangefinders you can bet on, and by Cousin Subs. Have a grad to celebrate? Purchase $30 in Cousin Subs gift cards and receive a free 7.5-inch sub. Cousin Subs, they believe in better.
Let's welcome in our contestant. It is Darren in Sheboygan. Darren, good morning. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. You know why?
Because you know who the two-fisted slopper is.
Pitching tonight.
Okay. Well.
I remember the two-fisted slopper. I remember the slopper like it was yesterday. Totally.
There you go. Yeah.
And the two-fisted slopper is Brandon Sproat.
Yeah, I just had Wade Bates send me a story on how he might be the two-fisted slopper's grandson because they look so much alike. So,
yeah, yes, exactly.
I'm happy to share I do have the video ready when we would like to play.
Excellent. Thank you, Jesse, for your service. We will get to him after we play some trivia with Darren. It is State of the Brewers trivia. Question number 1 is this. Tonight's, if you've been listening, you are going to get this right. Tonight's Brewers-Cubs game with Jacob Mizorowski pitching will be televised exclusively on which of these streaming platforms? Apple TV Plus, Peacock, or PBS Plus with Big Bird, Oscar, and Elmo on the call?
I knew it was going to be that last one. I tuned into you guys shortly after the conversation started. So I missed exactly what it's going to be on, but I remember Tausch kind of whining about he whines about Peacock a lot, but for some reason I've got to lean. I'm going Apple TV. I think it was Apple TV.
Yeah, you got it. Well done.
Yeah, I don't whine about Apple TV. I whine about Peacock.
No, you whine about
right,
Peacock.
Darren.
Yep, and I'm with you.
I do whine
Long-time
about
listener.
Peacock. I do. Yep.
All right, Darren,
He's
question
right, Darren.
2.
Right on two.
We'll do some other day. We'll do a category of things Tausch may or may not whine about. Question 2. Entering play today, which of these is the only other MLB team that holds a larger division lead than the Milwaukee Brewers? Okay, would that be the Atlanta Braves, the New York Yankees, or the Los Angeles Dodgers?
Oh, boy. I thought, the Brewers are at 6.5.
I don't know
the
if that's
Yankees
right.
have Tampa on their but I think I'm going to go. It was either Dodgers, Braves, or Yankees were the answers.
Those are your choices. Yes, one of them is right. Two of them are wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna go Braves.
That's what I would guess too. That's what I would guess.
And I like the fact that was a good test of Darren's character, because if he was going through his thought process because he was stalling, because he was Googling and then got the question right, maybe someone would have doubts, but he got it wrong. And I know you didn't do that on purpose, but nevertheless, you were not cheating. And the answer is the Dodgers. So you did get it wrong. Now, chance to bounce back.
Dodgers are 9 up on the Padres. Braves are 4 up on the Phillies.
And the Yankees are
2 up on Tampa. He was right. Tampa's on the Yankees' butts.
Very eloquently said. All right. Question 3, Darren, is this. Which Brewers player has the most hits and the most at-bats on the team so far this season? Is it Bryce Terang, William Contreras, or Jake Bauers?
Well, it's not Bauers because he's part of a platoon.
I like how Darren walks us through his thought process throughout the answer.
I do too.
Well, you know, man, I look at the stats constantly. Like I'm a what does Brust call it? I'm a steam head.
A steam head, yeah.
So I pride myself on this. I figured it's either Contreras or Terang. I'm going to go. It's at bats, not plate appearances.
It's I'm going on what Jesse wrote, which is most hits and most at bats.
The stats I'm looking at is at bats.
So that's got to be Contreras then.
And why do you say that? Because Bryce Terang may have more plate appearances but takes more walks?
That's part of it, but even Contreras, like when Contreras isn't catching, he's always in the lineup. And, yeah, that's it. Plus, Terang had a short stint, I think, where he missed a series or two, and Contreras hasn't missed anything. That was just that's where I was at.
Darren, congratulations.
Contreras is the only one hitting over 300. So, all right.
Well done. All right, so you got 2 out of 3, which ain't bad. That means you got 3 of the possible 4 entries into our drawing, which we're going to do right now. I don't know if Jesse is doing this so he doesn't forget, or because he likes the drama it creates. Or maybe it's a little bit of both.
Jesse, you can do it.
Well, actually, we stumbled our way into this today, but that's okay. Sometimes it's intentional. Let's see if Darren is our winner. A lot of chips in the helmet this week.
Come on, Jesse.
Congratulations, Darren!
Let's go! What a big!
Well done.
Save the best for last.
Doesn't happen often that our contestant on the air with us is actually selected as the winner.
It doesn't.
It's a rarity.
Has it happened? It happened one
other
time.
I
think
believe.
it happened last week.
No. I don't think so.
I don't even know if we drew last week.
I think it was last week.
I'm not sure.
It's a long way to go back.
Well,
and
what
remember.
matters most to you, Darren, is that it happened this week. Congratulations. You win our prize pack from Cousins Subs and Vortex Golf. We appreciate your loyalty to the show, taking us through your thought process on your answers, and enjoy the prize pack if Jesse ever makes sure he gets it. So, well done, sir. Thank you.
I appreciate it, fellas. Love you guys. Go Miz.
I love you guys.
Outstanding. All right.
Anybody else think we could actually start thinking about having Darren as a Brewers expert on our show?
He is a seam head, from what I understand.
There ain't no doubt he knows his stuff now. He puts in the time. I could tell.
We can put him in our rotation. Jeff Passan, Dom Catronio, Bill Schroeder, and Darren in Sheboygan. Would he be our fifth starter? All right,
could you be our Chad Patrick?
So that's our trivia. Jesse has the two-fisted slopper, who you can see at AmFam Field, along with signage for UW Credit Union when you're there as well.
Indeed, I am a member. Jason's a member of UW Credit Union, and for every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here forever. You proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. Going to help you reach your financial goals. And I'll tell you something. Jesse, I don't know if you have a photo of this. Jesse was integral. We had something super fun that we have working with UW Credit Union that will be launching here. I'm not sure when, sometime in the next month, which we're really excited about. UW Credit Union, great out in the community, great with student athletes, great if you need early checking, no monthly fees, whatever it might be. Join today at uwcu.org, insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions do apply.
All right, so we're going to do our Sendix part of our 10th anniversary celebration, Name That Year, served up by Sendix. We will not play Name That Year, when did the two-fisted Slopper make his debut. But I do not want the show to end without Tausch having at least seen that. But in place of Whoa Nelly, we will do Name That Year, served up by Sendix. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
At Associated Bank, we know it's not always fun thinking about saving. You know what is fun? Not thinking about it. That's why we call it automated savings. You save automatically. How much you want, how often you want, for whatever you want. And if you don't know how much to save, well, that's why we're here. We'll suggest an amount so you hit your target without ever thinking about it. See, saving can be fun, especially when it's automatic. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
Clutter piling up? Take a breath. Badgerland Junk is here to help. Based in Milwaukee, they make cleanouts simple, fast, and stress-free. From single item pickups to full estate cleanouts, their team does the heavy lifting so you don't have to. Homeowners and property managers, this is your solution. Furniture, appliances, yard debris, even commercial cleanouts. They do it all with clear upfront pricing and no hidden fees. Serving Milwaukee and the entire metro area, visit BadgerlandJunk.com. Badgerland Junk, your trusted cleanout experts.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a Superior light beer to match it. From the pitch to the pour, Superior's worth paying for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy Michelob Ultra while watching FIFA World Cup 26 at Maxwell's in Cedarburg, Stenny's Lake Country, Maddie's in New Berlin, and Jugs Pub and Grill in Slinger. Michelob Ultra. Enjoy responsibly. 2026 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Homeowners, this is what you've been waiting for. Mike Wood here from Callan. Join us for our Infinity by Marvin one-day sale, Saturday, June 27th from 9 to 3 at the Callan Delafield Design Center off Highway 83, just south of I-94. Save with buy one, get one, 40% off Infinity by Marvin windows and 20% off Infinity by Marvin patio doors. Visit onedaysale.com for details. Callan, design, build, live.
Bike crash? Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Homer here. I've been on this journey since January and have already lost 27 pounds and on my way to at least 30. What I love most is how safe and easy this program has been. No complicated plans, just real results that fit into everyday life. If you've been looking for a weight loss program that really works, this is it. For a limited time, get $200 off with our summer special. Book your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
What life events have you experienced over the past couple of years? Well, maybe one is coming up. The sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, or helping to pay for college or a wedding. Well, Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with life events, but planning for them can make all the difference. Knowing what you own, why you own it, and how much you're paying for it is a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when life events come up. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
In the place of Whoa Nelly, we instead play a little Name That Year presented by our great partners at Sendix.
It's not a question of who
Wilde and Tausch is my favorite show. This called Wilde too.
or what.
If you want to do this, it's great, but you're not getting any younger.
The question is, when?
Do I want Justin Fields to be replaced right now? I'm not sure. I could still probably develop him.
Wilde and Tausch's 10th anniversary is presented by Steinhoffels, and it's time to play Name That Year, served up by Sendix Food Markets.
Those guys have been around here a long time.
Sendix, celebrating 10 years of Wilde and Tausch and 100 years as your trusted local grocer since 1926.
That's right, and it's a State of the Packers edition of Name That Year, served up by Sendix. 3 clips of Jason Wilde on the annual State of the Packers show.
Oh, good idea, Gel.
It technically violates the rules because it's not
I was just going to say,
Tausch,
is that not
but
in violation of what the whole concept is?
But it's you on the show. It's not like it's Gabe or Strofe or Bill Johnson. Or anybody else who's been on the show.
Jason does give all of his best stuff other places.
That's true.
In fairness,
as you missed while we were dealing with some technical glitches, that is what led to this show, because it led to Green and Gold Today, which then led to Wilde and Tausch. So it holds a very special place in my heart. I am fine with Jesse violating the letter of the law for our Name That Year, served up by Sendix. And as long as Sendix, which is such a great partner and has the best grocery bags and the best pre-cut fruit anywhere on the planet, as long as they're okay with it, I'm okay with it. So let's play.
Let's see if we can find out which year Jason said these 3 clips on the State of the Packers show on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's clip number 1.
I think Marshawn Lloyd is a fascinating player because he's unlike all the other guys, but has a little bit of Josh Jacobs and a little bit of Aaron Jones built into his game. Now, he's got to prove it, but if I were a Packers fan, I would not have a problem with what they have done in the running back room. What I would say is, I would be really hoping that it plays out as well as they think, because they did take some measure of risk.
Marshawn Lloyd conversation. What year do you think Jason said that on the State of the Packers show? Tausch?
2024. Because he didn't really bring up a ton of the injury issues.
Correct.
I think this is going to be his 3rd year. So I just do a little deductive math, and that's what I would say 2024.
2024 was also the first year with Josh Jacobs, who was replacing Aaron Jones, and it was the year that they drafted Marshawn Lloyd in the 3rd round, like they used to do on the old Hollywood squares. I agree with Tausch. Circle gets the square, I'm guessing.
You are correct. That was the 2024 edition of the State of the Packers show.
Was that one too easy, old boy?
That was pretty easy. Yeah.
Well, considering how bad we've been at this game, combined, the two of us, we needed an easy one.
Yeah.
We needed a layup.
You needed a week playing the Jets. So let's see if you do well here with audio clip number 2. Name That Year, served up by Sendix.
Look, Jaden Reed, he's got return skills. He's got a lot of appealing qualities. stop running him on jet sweeps and pop passes, because sometimes they work and sometimes he gets absolutely obliterated by a tackler, and then he's walking around with a bad shoulder and a chest injury. Use him in a way that also protects him from being too nicked up to be productive. And I think Matt LaFleur has said that on the record, that is something they need to do a better job of.
What year was that? Tausch?
Jayden Reed going into year 4.
I would say that you could have said that coming. Jason probably will say that tomorrow, would be my guess, because he got banged up last year. I will say 2023.
Jason?
I believe that was last year, after he had played his first 2 seasons and led the team in receiving, but had dealt with a number of nagging injuries. Ironically enough, he suffers a broken collarbone on a traditional wide receiver play and a sick touchdown catch that was also wiped out not only by his injury but by a penalty. But I'm going to say that was last year, 2025.
One of you is right, and it is Jason. That was last year's State of the Packers show, but interestingly enough, you talk about Jayden Reed potentially suffering an injury, and then he did suffer what proved to be a season-ending injury.
In a more traditional manner than getting blown up by a linebacker coming around the corner.
How's the conversation going to go about Jayden Reed tomorrow?
Well, Gabe is a hater, and he claims he's not a hater. He claims he just says, he doesn't play enough snaps, and he's a low snap count guy. But I am a big Jayden Reed guy. I think he has some really valuable qualities to the offense. I think he balances out what the other skill position guys in Bill Barnwell's piece do. And I think if he's healthy, he's going to have a very big year. So that's where I stand.
Last clip, name that year, served up by Sendix. I don't think the name of the player is provided in this one. This is going to be the hardest one, I think. So let's see if you can figure out who Jason is talking about, and then which year this was said on the State of the Packers show, which debuts at noon until 3 tomorrow
2023.
on ESPN Wisconsin.
I think they are encouraged and hopeful. I think they held him out of the offseason program because there was no upside in having him twist his knee, half speed, 11 on 11. But when you get your hopes up the way they did last year, and remember, they opened the window to practice in early October, they activated him in early November, and then he had a setback. And then he wasn't able to go. Then they play him in one game at the end of the regular season. Then he's not ready for the playoff game. Matt LaFleur did say that had they advanced, they thought he would have played in an NFC championship game. So I would cling to that as, hey, they're just being smart with him, as old Mike McCarthy used to say.
Do you know who you're talking about? And do you know what year you said that, Jason?
I think I know who I'm talking about.
All right, Tausch, you want to guess first then?
Well, what do you mean he thinks he knows? Who is he talking about? I'm trying. I just want to rephrase this.
I was ready to tell you who it was. Then Jesse jumped in. I believe I am talking about David Bakhtiari there.
Were you thinking the same thing, Tausch?
I wasn't. No, I was trying to clarify what that all, because it was, there's a lot going on in that clip. That was a good clip. Great clip selection by you. Well, if it's David Bakhtiari, it has to be 2021. The season. I'm going to say the State of the Packers would be 2020. I'm going to say 21. I feel good about 2021.
So if my memory serves, and I think the key there is that Matt LaFleur said that had the Packers advanced, he would have played in an NFC championship game. So I think you're on the right track there. The 2021 season, he plays in that meaningless finale in Detroit at Rodgers' behest, then can't play against the 49ers, even with the extra week of a bye. And then he would have played had they not lost that game in the NFC Championship game. That was the 2021 season, but that would mean that we were having the conversation in the summer of 2022. So I'm going to say the summer of 2022.
Okay. Jason's got it.
Correct.
Jason's got it. Nicely done, Jason. You remember more about State of the Packers than you remember about this show for 10 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, he does.
Those are 3 really good clips. You did a great job with that. I will admit that
Those
I
were
was
good
initially
clips.
skeptical, but you did a great job. And even though you violated the spirit of the law of our Name That Year served up by Sendix, I thought it worked out well in the end. And it always works out well. I can guarantee you this. On our way back from Summerfest tomorrow, we will stop at the Sendix in Mequon and get fresh fruit that's cut up to eat on the drive home, get some other snacks, and I will probably try and take an extra bag or 2 because I love those red bags that they have because we love our partnership with Sendix.
We do, and we're less than 10 days away from America's 250th anniversary celebration. And Sendix has everything you need for your 4th of July cookout. Fresh ground sirloin, just $6.99 a pound. Sendix homemade brats and Italian sausages, only $5.99 a pound. Wild caught Alaskan Copper River coho salmon fillets, just $14.99 a pound. And if you're looking for easy entertaining, if you're a big party thrower like Jason, fresh marinated chicken kebabs, just $7.99 a pound. Sendix signature taco dips, homemade Italian pasta salad, both just $6.99, and creamy coleslaw, $3.99 per pound. And don't forget the cookout favorites. Get 2 large bags of Lay's or Wavy Lay's potato chips, just $5. 6 packs of 16-ounce Pepsi products, only $3.29 each. 4th of July, spend time with family and friends and let Sendix handle the food. Sendix, your trusted local grocer for the past 100 years.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We always wrap up the show and wrap up the week on Fridays with Feel Good Friday, painted by Allman Lindsay Paints, which, spoiler alert, we're going to talk a little bit about the John Moser Radiothon that our teammates in Beaver Dam do every year. I was talking to Wally Lukaczynski about it. They do an awesome job. I've appeared on it in the past, but we're going to talk about that as our Feel Good Friday. But we cannot end the show without sharing the actual, and now Jesse has worked very hard to have this ready. We will introduce Mark Tauscher to the Two-Fisted Slopper. We will do that and Feel Good Friday. Our clip of the day and Feel Good Friday, painted by Allman Lindsay Paints. In some ways, they're both feel-good stories. Tausch meets the Slopper. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
ESPN Wisconsin celebrates Wilde and Tausch's 10-year anniversary, presented by Steinhoffels.
Our very first guest,
Aaron Rodgers. Give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do together?
Daily, 52 weeks a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
Wilde and Tausch's 10th anniversary is also brought to you by Sendix, by Outdoor Living Unlimited, by Gruber Law Offices, and by Events by Design.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise: treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Brewers Cubs action on a weekend? Yeah, you're going to want to see this. Be here Friday, June 26th through Sunday, June 28th for the first matchup between the Brewers and Cubs at American Family Field of 2026. You know what happened last time, and it's time to defend home field once again. One thing's for sure, big moments are bound to happen. Score your seat for another chapter in the Brewers-Cubs rivalry now at Brewers.com.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year Award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA and founder of the Neal Group, with over 40 years of experience saving businesses money. I want to speak to you small business owners and make a bold statement. I will bet you our team can put at least $25,000 in your pocket. Yes, you heard right, $25,000. We work closely with small businesses to help them use tax strategies and develop processes and procedures to make their business generate cash to keep in their pocket. My team and I have saved clients thousands of dollars by using our knowledge and experience to develop strategies tailored to your business. Would you like to see if you can do it? Your only cost is 33 minutes of your time. That's right, just 33 minutes, and who knows how much you can pocket. Remember, you earned it, we help you keep it. Call us at 414-325-2040 and ask the $25,000 question. That's 414-325-2040, or visit us at nealgroup.net. That's NEAL group.net.
Sports are changing. Faster, stronger, smarter. So should your beer. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp and refreshing, no extra baggage, built for people who go hard. Still drinking the same old light beer? You're stuck. Flight is changing the game. Level up. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Wisconsin, are you keeping up? DJ Yingling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Summer is the time to enjoy the outside. Enjoy the deck, the patio, the fire pit, the shade, the screen room, the in-ground pool. Enjoy all of it in your own backyard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's top TimberTech decking installer and can deliver a design and build your next maintenance-free deck with a custom screen room and automated pergola. Stop by our Outdoor Living Unlimited showroom at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha or visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 855 Pella WI, or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
It is Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints. We will get to that. But first, I always thought this guy needed no introduction. Actually, both these guys, I always thought they needed no introduction. But it turns out they need to be introduced to each other. Mark Tauscher, Packers Hall of Famer. Meet the iconic two-fisted Slopper.
This is one of those pain-in-the-neck messages the Brewers are truly sorry to bring you. We hope there isn't a single fan at County Stadium who is having a problem with the obnoxious guy we call the two-fisted Slopper. You know, the one who makes up-teen trips to that stand, always interrupting a row or even a section, getting to and from his seat, and gets rowdier with every return trip. To stop the two-fisted Slopper, the Brewers have asked fans to drink responsibly. We have told vendors not to serve those for whom that next glass could be that one too many. And we've increased stadium security. If the Slopper is still slopping around and affecting your game enjoyment, please let an usher know, or tell a county sheriff, or go to the Fan Assistance Center, located on the main concourse at Section 18. It's either our way or no way for the two-fisted Slopper.
That is the two-fisted Slopper, an icon, a legend. If he called in on the Yingling guest hotline, he would qualify for the Legends hotline. Tausch, it's kitschy, it's antiquated, but it's got a nostalgic appeal. Your thoughts on your introduction to the Slopper?
Yeah, I thought for sure that there would be like oh yeah, no, I've seen that before.
Nope.
And I don't know if I just am not paying attention. That's not, I've been to plenty of Brewer games especially the last 20-some years, and if that's been playing this entire time, I just felt like the way you were explaining it, and I don't know when's the last time you've been to a Brewer game, I thought this ended when County Stadium ended.
Yeah, so did I. But I haven't been into any games.
It does not feel like that's the case. So I'd never seen that before.
Jesse, you were not familiar with them either.
No. And I go to a lot of games. Now, lately, I guess I used to go to 20 or 25 a year, and I was in there for batting practice and all kinds of stuff, so I used to be in there pretty early. I don't know if they...
Maybe you are the two-fisted slopper.
Maybe. I have not seen that before, so it's fun. I like a good cartoon, a good way to tell you to take care of yourself at the game. Yeah, it's fun. So I liked it.
All right. Okay, so you're not familiar with the two-fisted slopper, but you're very familiar with our Feel Good Friday story for today. Feel Good Friday, painted by Holman Lindsay Paints. And I believe, unless I got the reporting wrong, that you appeared on the John Moser Children's Radiothon in Beaver Dam, which I think, did it wrap up today? Is it still going on today?
Yes. So the John Moser Good Karma Brands Children's Radiothon is one of my favorite things in the world. For our radio stations where I started my career in Beaver Dam, part of our Good Karma Brands family, they raise money for it's closing in on like 24 local charities, local nonprofit organizations that help various people in various ways. But you talk about the strength of a small community in the greater Dodge County area and all of these great donations that fans call in with, that partners call in with and support with. It's just an incredible operation. I had the chance to go up there and host 2 hours of the 27-hour radiothon, which started at 6 a.m. Central Time yesterday and concluded at 9 a.m. this morning with an announcement that our Good Karma Brands John Moser Children's Radiothon.
Drum roll.
Yeah. It's not only did it set a new record for a single year with $180,000 raised for local organizations this year alone, all the different events leading up to this radiothon, and of course over the last 27 hours as well. But over 22 years, they have eclipsed $3 million raised for local organizations, which that announcement actually occurred while I was on with Cale Zomer last night with the Good Karma Brands John Moser Children's Radiothon. So I got to pop some confetti. We had balloons. It was a really fun deal when we found out
timing.
That $3 million eclipsed this year over 22 years. For little old Dodge County, as Cale said last night, that is pretty darn impressive, and it shows you the strength and the support of all the people that live in Dodge County and its surrounding communities, all the people who are involved with the radio stations there, and from Cale to Wally to Sherry to the news team to everybody that's been involved over all of these years, of course, going all the way back to John Moser and Uncle Bill themselves. Congratulations, eclipsing $3 million and setting a new record over $180,000 raised for local organizations in Dodge County this year.
So when I hosted it, my 2-hour shift a number of years ago, we auctioned off items. Is that still what we're doing?
Oh, yeah. Yep. We had...
So what did you have? What were your items that you, during your 2-hour window, were auctioning off?
We had handcrafted picnic tables, a beautiful cedar handcrafted picnic table. You could smell it. It was outside the front of the stage. You could smell the cedar as you walked into the station yesterday. A fantastic centerpiece for a beautiful backyard. We had Wisconsin Badgers volleyball tickets. One of my personal favorites that I put in a bid on, did not win. I was outbid. Beer for a year from a couple of different local breweries.
You are the two-fisted slopper.
Yeah, talk about unlimited chicken and seafood buffet from one of the local supper clubs for the span of a year. Incredible prize, and there were all kinds of different things. There's gift packages, there's gift certificates. As I was driving home, a Chicago White Sox exclusive experience from our friends at ESPN Chicago donated, and I texted a couple of my White Sox friends. I said, guys, if I can get this for $250, I'd go to an all-you-can-eat and drink tailgate at a White Sox game, sit in a suite. Like
Ashton Rotman won.
There's some interest there. It ended up going up as the auction went on, but just an incredible assortment of things. And it was, of course, as our company has grown, the prizes have in ways grown as well. So tailgate experiences in Green Bay and Madison. The sports component is pretty significant. Brewers stuff, Buck stuff, but also a lot of the other great gift packages that you can get and a lot of local flavor to all the auction items as well.
Well, kudos to everybody. That's awesome that the team puts that together. And Jesse, you've been a big part of that Beaver Dam team for a while too. So kudos to everybody. Well done.
And one little factoid before we say goodbye: the two-fisted Slopper made his debut in 1985, according to random posts and a few others that have pointed that out. All right, fun day today. We will be back on Monday. Thanks for coming along for the ride.
Apple TV Plus.
So instead of promoting tomorrow's show at Summerfest, you decided to promote Apple TV Plus.
Just a reminder.
Thanks a lot.
Just a reminder.
Stay to the Packers tomorrow at Summerfest. Have a great weekend. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on